Welcome to episode 40 of The Life of a TV Addict. I'm Sasha.
Notorious.
Oh, no dropping the rest of your name?
No.
I was about to say.
I just had a brain fart. I'm like, who am I?
Yo, she done broke fly this week. She got a new name.
They know who it is. You know who it is. This is 39 times. You already know what we dealing with here.
And we're here to bring you our weekend TV. So I think that you know where I want to start, and I know we usually end with Project.
Oh no, I'm okay. I'm totally okay with this starting because I need you to apologize to me.
About what?
What did we see on these runways?
I knew. Wait, let me tell you what I said to what's her name.
I did a dance when I saw it.
I said, I bet she is gonna say something because the girl ripped off her skirt,
and we got a wedding dress.
That was not a wedding dress.
It had a veil. What was it?
On the Muslim
girl?
That wasn't a wedding dress.
I thought it was a wedding dress.
It was a finale dress.
It had a veil on it. I thought it was a wedding dress. Let me preface it with, it would totally be my wedding dress. That dress was gorgeous. Gorgeous. So, first things first. Do you think the right person won?
No.
Okay.
And you know who I wanted to win?
Me neither.
And
I agreed with you. I saw what you posted. It should have. I'm not going to say, I don't know if she would have been my pick to win, but the final two, I think, should have been Margarita and Ayana for me.
That fucking Margarita bitch.
It was so her. It was just, she was on every piece. She didn't flinch. She didn't kowtow to what they said
this
about
one
no
was
feathers,
like
no nothing.
The long drapey yellow piece with the fish. Oh my god! I was like, why does this bitch have this?
Even the one that Zach Posen didn't like. I like the jumpsuit. This right
I did
here.
like that one.
I like this.
I did.
They said it was ill fitting. I was like, but it's supposed to look comfortable. I thought
and big and flowy. I like that one too.
When it walked,
and then she took off her dress
and walked them big cheeks all the way back up the other side. I was like, yes, this is what I was living for.
Oh my gosh. I was like, when she did it, I said, oh my god, I know what's her name is going to be like, see, she could have did it.
No, I wasn't that obnoxious with it. I was very nice with it.
No, you weren't. But she did have the skirt on because when it came out, it didn't look like a bathing. To me, it didn't look like a dress. It did. And then when she took this off, and like they said, like it was that moment that
the crowd was
big
crazy.
Girls, like she's a big girl. She like, look at all of this cellulite, look at all of this jiggle.
It's a shame though. I know. That should have been Lyris. That should have been Lyris
because of the applause and stuff she got.
That runway doing that look.
I didn't like this dress. I like I love the jacket.
Yes.
I just didn't like the dress.
That was the all red one.
This one, I just loved. I thought she should have won. I was like, oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. When I saw her collection, I was like, what the fuck? She's going to win.
I was shocked that she pulled this out like this because this is nothing that I ever expected to see from her. Margarita really, that trip home, that time to just sit and contemplate and make this fabric, she killed it. I was very proud of her. I think I said it should have been her and Ayana as the last two that it got down to.
Oh my god. I didn't have a problem with what's her name being the other one. I did believe in Ayana. Only thing I didn't like about
Kentaro?
No, Ayana's.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like the first two outfits she put out looked like pajamas.
See, I like the first outfit. I didn't like the second.
That looked like somebody was going to sleep. That straight up looked like pajamas, like she was going to sleep.
Okay.
And then she had it just wasn't.
The second one I wasn't crazy about, but that next one.
This one, sleep.
This one right here, I love that skirt. I loved it.
I didn't like this.
And I wasn't crazy about the top.
I
but
like
that
the top.
High-waisted skirt. It looked like gray leather. Oh, I loved it.
I like the top. I don't like the bottom. This one, I love.
Yeah,
and I love the way she wrapped her hair. It just was perfect. This one was.
I wasn't crazy about that.
Yeah, I didn't even like it I didn't love it when she showed it. This one I liked. The grandma dresses.
She dressed it up a little bit though, because did it have pants under it when she first was thinking about it? Okay, I didn't think so.
This one was okay.
I did like this one. Heidi convinced me, like the way it was moving and everything. I was more of a fan.
Oh, we gotta describe the one with the all of the ruffles, the long dress that the Asian girl wore. Yeah. But the last look was everything. It was just dress. Really, really, really nice.
I mean, talk about the belle of the ball. She just looked. It was just really phenomenal.
Nice.
But that was how you close a collection. That
so Brandon, we could skip over him altogether.
Oh my God,
that was a snooze fest.
It was what we've been seeing from Brandon all season.
He was, but I think that he was so hurt and was crying like that because like
they boosted
really
him up all season.
Like, oh, I'm winning this. It's mine. Exactly. I just need to come. And when he won, I was like, oh my God,
he was hurt.
Like, I ain't never seen no grown man like that. But
because they boosted him up all season, he won so many challenges, but you never challenged him to, step it up.
This one with Quintero, where he put out that shirt with the holes cut in it, I don't know. I just was like, oh my God, I just love this outfit.
I like the outfit too. And I like that he finally understood, I guess, the cohesion point. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't mean you got to have the same look. He had, cohesion of color. The colors of each element were in the next element. And that was okay. It made sense. You didn't have to keep, it didn't have to all have the same color, the same print to make it cohesive.
And his finale dress was really interesting.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about how wide the cover was, but I did.
It was interesting. Yeah. It was what's saying. Yeah. I thought it should have came down to him and Margarita. I can't lie. Because his show was weird as fuck with that music and everything. But like I said, this shirt, I just kept thinking about it, and then I went and rewound it to see it again with the holes. I'm like, I never seen anything really like this.
Yeah.
I just thought it was really nice, the whole look. And then a couple, I always loved the beige outfit that he put up on the cream one or whatever that he put up at the show. I like that one.
And I like the way he did his pants. I like that it looked like they were hand painted at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that.
So I thought it should have came down to them too. However, I really thought Margarita should have got that win. I mean, I wanted those fish. I was like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Every time a new look, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That yellow dress with the fish, because it's like, how the fuck you gonna put fish on a dress? You can't put fish on your dress. Not those big fish.
And she didn't even care. She said it's Miami. It's resort. It's got feathers. It's got fish with sequin.
And that's what Tim said. Tim was like, you gotta go, if you're gonna do it, go all out and just commit to it and just say it's you. But when this came down, the yellow dress with the fish, I just was like, I just want this. Mm-hmm. I just was like, oh my God, she like really, and it just, I guess it was like, because she stayed true to herself and the stuff shouldn't have worked. This shit shouldn't have worked.
Right.
And it did. She just really,
especially the way they always took, like, I don't know if Heidi kept trying to discourage her, but she was like, this New York Fashion Week, it's not Miami Fashion Week. Like, obviously New York liked it. It went over pretty good in New York, I think.
I think her committing and staying to it is, and but bringing it. And she brought it. I mean, this shit was, I was like all here for Margarita. Oh my God. That just was, girl, she deserved that win all day, every day.
She's definitely going to get, I can see her doing a lot after this because she didn't put out, it wasn't really anything that there was, you may not like it for your personal style, but there was nothing there to actually dislike and pick apart, She didn't put out anything that you could actually pick apart. You just may say that's not you, but it's going to look good on somebody.
Well, the satin dress, that's just a mess. It's sloppy. It's not fitting. It's just a mess. And then satin.
But I like the back. Look how the back is at the top with that twist tie. I like that.
But it's not even. I don't know. It's just a mess.
It's drapey in the middle. It drapes in the middle. I like that. If you got them perky boobies, you can do that. Cause I was about to say,
this was like, I didn't like that one. And it was another one I didn't like. Oh, I think it was this one, but now I think I kind of like this one. So I guess I do like it. This one I liked, of course.
Yeah.
But this yellow one, oh my God, I'm going to just leave it up.
Oh yeah, Project Runway. Now next week we get the
reunion, and I cannot wait. You know, the only thing I don't like about the reunion is I don't think they should let the people kicked off first or second come, because nobody cares about them. You didn't get a chance to know them,
right?
They didn't get the chance to know anybody else, and then like some seasons they try to make a lot of noise, and it's like nobody fucking knows you, nobody cares. I believe that they bring them out in parts like the top 10 and then
right.
But I don't care about the first 1 or 2.
The only thing, it's a shame to say it, but they're the closest you'll probably get to like a voice of the viewer, because they watch more episodes from their couch than they was in.
Yeah, but...
So I mean, I just hope it doesn't turn into a bash the twins session. Like, okay, we know they were problematic the whole season, but the trailer, it looks like they just gonna all come for them. And I'm like, y'all were very quiet when it was competition time and this was going on. You let this situation parlay for however many weeks. You can't all come for them all at once in this reunion. So.
I think that, well, the only thing is, and again, that's why I don't want the other people to be there. I think only when it got down to... Because the twins made it to the top 10, right?
Yes.
I think everybody in the top 10 should have an opinion and be able to say something, because it was just really blatant the way they were doing. Oh my God, she is just like, I like this.
Who is this?
Margaritas. This her work before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta live in Puerto Rico or Miami to have a body like that and wear that shit.
But I guess that's her aesthetic, because isn't that what they said? She looked. Heidi said it looks like I want to go salsa dancing in it.
Yeah, but she committed to it and it worked out for her.
It did.
Oh my God! All right, so Project Runway, we waiting for the reunion. But are they gonna show it not this week though? They're gonna wait
2 weeks, right?
I wish they would just show it on Thanksgiving
or show it Wednesday or something like. People be home cooking on Wednesday. They could throw on Project Runway.
No, I say shit. We could watch it on Thanksgiving. And plus, don't most people use DVR now?
I guess.
So what's the big deal? Put that shit on. I can't wait 2 weeks.
It's hard.
All right. So what else did you?
Did you watch any other reality TV? Since we talking about that,
I watched what is this? Black Ink Crew Chicago.
Oh, me too.
I watched 2 episodes of this shit and I was like,
your 2 most recent ones?
What the fuck? Yes. Can you please explain to me what's the issue with this now?
Which part?
Because I don't understand why Ryan is so upset or about Kat telling Rachel that they hooked up. Or Rachel being that upset about it when she had a whole fucking baby with Jeremiah.
Well, they don't even talk about that.
Like, I was like...
But I guess because they were supposed to be back together. So, I mean, you're not supposed to be hooking up with chicks. I'm not supposed to be hooking up with nobody either.
But you had a whole baby with Jeremiah.
Okay, that was in the past.
It's a whole baby.
Okay. And I cheated and you call it your son and we back together. So now you either move on or you don't. Why are we getting back together? Every time we argue, you're going to be like you had a baby.
Yeah, I'd have been like, listen, you know how I gave you that pass when you had that whole baby with Jeremiah and then you thought he was going to be with you and he left you? No. And now I had kissed
Yes,
Kat.
you chose that.
And now you
chose to take me back after I slept with Jeremiah. So is that supposed to mean you get a free pass? Then you should have told me that beforehand, and I wouldn't be so mad.
Not that I get a free pass, but like, we really gonna go all out like they did? Like, I'd have been like,
well, first of all, I think it's more about the fact of
the producers.
Friends. Well, yeah,
Well, so I guess my question was, why? First of all, Rachel not cute enough to be going that crazy over, but whatever.
And Kat is.
Kat not that.
Oh,
well,
Ryan be digging deep in the barrels.
But he was going crazy about Rachel, and I don't know. But why was he attacking the producers? That's what I didn't understand.
That I couldn't clear it up either because it was so much damn cursive. I couldn't understand what he was saying. If he was mad because they let him come on the trip, or if it was mad.
It seemed like what I got from it is that not that they let him, that they let Kat come.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That because the producers let her come, even though it was supposed to be a couples trip.
That's what I took from it. Is like y'all had to know she was going to do something like this because that's why y'all wanted her here.
Right. And I wonder if that was because I mean we know that the show knew they had mics on. Was that a producer that knew that they had been kicking it, or you know what I mean? Like knew that they had hooked up already.
But how you be mad at the producers for?
Oh, you can't be mad at anyone. He can't be mad at anyone. First of all, he's still lying about it because he told his parents, "Yeah, I kissed her." No, you did more than that.
I just was like, really, Ryan? Really? This is what you're going with?
I don't know. Now, he just got to stop having so many medical issues. You having heart attacks. You breaking on. You just need to sit down.
Yeah, stop. And he need to just get rid of Rachel because now you taking care of her Jeremiah kid. No.
You so angry about this.
Yeah, I'm angry about her having the whole kid with Jeremiah.
If you choose to stay, how can... Why take her back if you gonna hold that over her head forever?
See, and I keep telling you, me and you don't agree on that because I will. But I don't like her because honestly, I don't think that she really wants to be with Ryan or wanted to be back with Ryan.
I agree.
I think that when Jeremiah kicked her to the curb and was like, no ho.
Yeah, consolation prize.
She was like, oh, I guess I gotta go back to Ryan.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't like that.
I can agree with that synopsis.
Yeah, that's why I don't like her. Ugly
so,
ass. And then what is up with Nikki acting crazy?
I mean, no,
I was so confused.
This ain't new. Nikki is crazy.
I wasn't watching enough of the season because I'm like, he said, "Do you want to move in with me? This is what you wanted," and then she went crazy. I'm like, wait, what did I miss?
She didn't hear him because she was still on 100. And she totally missed him asking her to move in. And he was so, like, over it. Nikki is crazy. Nikki flies off the handle. She really has anger management issues. Because every little thing makes her go 0 to 100.
I just was like, what the fuck am I watching? What is going on? Then I didn't understand the stripper girl being all the way in Mexico. And then they telling the stripper girl she got to go home. And I'm like, I'm so confused. Like, how does stripper get to Mexico? How she gonna get back?
She went with Cobra. Cobra bought her ticket because Cobra thought they was girlfriends. The stripper thought they was just boning. And so Cobra invited her and bought her ticket. Well, we know Cobra didn't really buy her ticket. We know the show
bought her ticket.
But she was Cobra's couple. She was the other half of Cobra's couple. So... But the guys had went to the strip club that she works at, and she told them, "I love Dick. Cobra just like eating my money every once in a while." I was like, "Oh." So they was mad because they was like, "Well, do Cobra know that you playing her like this?" So
I just didn't understand. That's another thing I didn't understand because I'm like, so she's here, but they tell her we think she playing you, and then she just leaves. And then Cobra kicks out, but then where does she go? And the stripper never come back. I'm like, I'm just so confused. Then I was confused with, I wasn't confused about that shit. With the Mexican girl and her aunt, like, no, you can't see these kids. I wasn't confused about that shit. You talking about the fucking cartel on TV and you think you gonna come and bring camera crews and have their face on TV? The fuck you are. Nope. You could turn that shit around. I was like, yeah, I don't see that shit. I was not confused about.
But couldn't she have like signed a waiver so they don't show their face and meet me at the Mexican McDonald's or something?
Then why are you doing it on TV then? You should have just did that shit.
She ain't got no storyline other than being a hoe.
Exactly. So that would have been just like the aunt had a problem. I would have had a problem too. Then why the fuck are her sisters in Mexico and she's in the U.S. and her mother's in the U.S.
Well, they're not with this. The father was still in Mexico. That's how he got kidnapped and murdered.
Okay.
And these daughters, I don't believe, are with that mother.
Okay.
It's just the father they have in common. Because they're young. They're young.
6 and 5 or whatever she was saying. Yeah, but why she didn't try to get them out?
You would have to ask her. I can't say.
Yeah, I was like,
what claim? I mean, I don't know how it works. If you have claimed the children if their mother is still, we don't know if their mother is alive.
Well, the aunt had custody of them. Well, the aunt, not custody. I don't want to say custody, but the aunt had them.
Had them, right.
So if the aunt has them, I'm assuming that the mother ain't around, because why would the aunt have them and not their mama? But I just didn't understand that if it was such an issue. Because she said, we fled Mexico because my father was killed by the cartel.
Right.
So you leave your fucking sisters there?
Right. We don't know the situation. Maybe she tried and they couldn't come. They were rejected. We don't know. But
yeah, I just was like, I don't know. Black ink don't be. I was like, I don't fucking understand that. But I did understand that aunt. You and those fucking cameras ain't coming nowhere near. We gotta live here, motherfucker.
Yeah.
This cartel won't be chopping their damn heads off.
Well, but that damn Chantel, was it Charmaine, when she made that joke. Bad joke.
What'd she say?
When they were back in Chicago and they was at the thing with Nine Mag. They was at the thing with Van at Nine Mag, and she was joking, and she said to Don, she said, "Oh my God, Rachel gonna have Ryan chopped up by the cartel." And then the cameras all flashed to Lily, and then Charmaine was like, "Bad joke."
Oh my God!
I was like, "Oh, Charmaine, you are so mean, putting your foot in your mouth." I love it.
Yeah, I was just so confused by this. I was like, when y'all going off again? When? Y'all need to give up.
Have you been watching Housewives of New Jersey?
No. I ain't even start, so I'm like, you know what? I ain't even. Maybe I'll watch the reunion.
What about did you watch Atlanta this week?
Yes, I did. What was it? Oh my gosh! When they were at that bridal shower or whatever the hell this thing was, and Candy and Carmen, I could not stop laughing.
That was Carmen. Carmen she had a different wig on or something?
No, it just seemed like she got short hair now.
Okay.
But she was like, "Oh, let me go through my notes and find one for this day." I was like, "Yo, they cannot." I just was cracking up. They're like, "Yo, she got a medical excuse for everything." Like, I was like, "No, Portia." I could not stop.
And then I googled her medical excuse, and all it said was fainting. Like, so that's you literally just faint.
But she was saying that, like, "Oh, I can't go." First, the girl said, like, she told me she can't go because the flights are $10,000. And then Candy like, "Well, no, they $5,000. I just booked one." And I was like, even if they were $10,000, if whatever her name is your good friend like that, and you're making money, why wouldn't you just pay $10,000 and go?
Well, we found out that they ain't really been fucking with each other like that. So.
But why didn't? That's what I was saying. So
she should have just said that.
I was happy that what's in them and them called her out on that, cause I was like, but I was cracking up when Candy and them was sitting there like, "Girl, now look what she gonna say. What does she got now? Oh my God, it's always so." I was like, "Yo, they are petty."
Yeah, Candy definitely.
But I don't know, because I just didn't like how Portia was, and she was just literally just playing herself. If she had a problem with her, she should have just said it. And then you come, but I felt like what's her name was reaching too. When she left, well, I guess she didn't know the cameras were there, because it seemed like somebody came outside, and that's what brought the cameras outside.
Right.
That when Portia left, they weren't following her. And then when Shamia went out there with her, they weren't following her. Right. But was it Sheree? Probably was messy ass Sheree. When she came out, it was like, what's going on?
Too, because the sister wasn't there. She was like off to, like, she didn't come out until later, saying she had to go pick up the baby.
Yeah, and she was like, "Well, what's going on?" And that's when the cameras came out.
Sheree is a damn bone carrier.
Oh my God. And then that struggle story she was trying to do, I was like, "Sheree, go somewhere. I'm not here for it. I don't want to hear it."
I still don't understand why we had to meet at Candy House.
I don't, cause you know fucking Chateau. Don't.
Chateau, I thought it was done.
Don't.
I know we ain't got no grass.
Fucking banisters.
I know we ain't got no grass. I know we ain't got no banisters, but we got chairs. You could eat this rotisserie chicken.
Who said she had chairs? She rented those chairs for the thing.
Just like when she had them dry ass muffins when they was going on the trip. Here go this rotisserie chicken. Just pull a leg, pull a wing. Here's your napkin. It was, oh gosh, you're right. Well, I guess she gotta kill time till we get her convict storyline, right?
Oh my god. Oh, I didn't know that. But yeah, I just was like, listen, girl, nobody cares. Because now, after all of this time, after the whole season done aired, and then y'all done been on Lana Fix My Life, y'all done been on all of this other shit with y'all, and now, I gotta sit my kids down and talk to them.
They know.
I'm like,
they know.
And what difference it make now? You ain't even with them no more. I was like, girl, you
what
gotta
about
stop.
Cynthia and this photographer?
Who, Norbit?
Snorbit, because he was boring as hell. Snorbit was his name. My thing was, I guess it was nice. I can't shit on it. I'm a lonely Vagina Club member. However, if I'm a model, you don't take me on a date to model. I get paid to do this. I'm just
shaking my head because I was like, I'm so not here for this thing.
I get paid to do this. What kind of, this is so nice. And then you taking me to your fuck shack in the back of the studio that you put a couple candles in? Come on now, Snorbit.
I just was like, I can't with this story. She's going to have to step
up her dating game.
Well,
I can't deal with these low blows all season.
I just was like, come on. So now you already knew he was 20 whatever. Now you got to bring the fucking cameras and bring us here? I don't want to see this shit. I don't want to see this.
But wait, her daughter was really shady. She was like, so in 2 years, he going to be half your age? I was like, out of the mouths of babes, she just brought you down.
I just was like, oh my God, I just wasn't here for that. I'm like, oh my God, you just struggling. Like, you got to get something. She got to get something. She need to kick somebody again or do something because I cannot take this. I just can't. I was like.
And what about Kenya?
What did Kenya do this week?
She was talking with her husband, and he getting all of these messages from the old women about who she used to be and why they reaching out to him. And we're living apart because he's still in New York. Mm-hmm. Like, didn't you know this? He told you from the beginning he wasn't going to be on your show. Mm-hmm. So this is your storyline? Like, he still doesn't want to be on the show? We knew this.
Well, not be on the show, but to live, like, I guess, does she really live in Atlanta or does she just live there to film? I don't know. Does she?
She at least lives there to how many,
Well, the film. I know she lives there to film, but I don't know. Because she's not from Atlanta.
Like she's not living she does not plan to move to New York.
But she doesn't live in Atlanta, so where does she really do? I don't know, because I just never, ever since she's been on Atlanta, I just never thought or believed that she actually lived in Atlanta. Okay. I don't know. She just doesn't seem like she lives there. It seems like I show up when it's filming and I'm here. Probably was like, shit, the hotels are getting more expensive and these fake rentals, I might as well just buy this fixer upper.
Which she says she's about to sell because of the ghost of Matt.
I was about to say, yeah, so I'm like, I don't know. But I was like, yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't even thinking about it.
Now, I thought it was interesting. You'll probably shoot it right down. I would like to see, now that she's married now, why couldn't we get our first housewife of New York? Transplant from another show.
She wouldn't fit in there. You think she would fit in there?
Fitting in. It's about good TV. I think it'd be good TV. I would like it.
You know why? Because I guess this is why. The Atlanta girls, women, or whatever, they're different. They fight different. They throw shade different. They're just different. Than the New York ones. Because the New York ones, they will have a problem for 25 years. They'll talk about it. They'll cry over it. And not one hand would ever swing. Atlanta, how long does that go on before a hand gets... So I guess that's my thing. Is like they're not really different. And even though Kenya is probably around their age, she tries to portray that she's younger. Mm-hmm. I don't know. They have a more mature vibe than the Atlanta ones, in my opinion.
Okay. Granted, I would agree with that. But you really think... I don't know. Kenya's always struck me as a talker, not a... I mean, I know she's from Detroit. She says she could fight. But
wait,
all these
the video of Portia dragging her proved that was a lie.
So I don't feel like she would be in New York trying to drag Bethany. Like, I don't feel like she would be that. And I think it would be a nice, pardon the pun, injection of color into New York. Because it's just hard to believe that we've had Housewives of New York for this long and there's no black woman that would fit in. I think I would like with her.
And even when she argues or she speaks, like, even their arguments, like I said, it's a difference. I understand, like, she may not be a fighter, but you would never see one of the New York housewives putting things in somebody's face like that or doing. I don't know. I just
she done got that memo.
Yeah. But I just see her in a different. I don't know.
I think her being in. If this is her husband, this is who she's choosing to be with. I think it would be two birds, one stone. You would get a check, get to move to New York, and be at home with your husband and still have this fabulous life. He doesn't have to film with you because that would be you, girl in the city, learning about New York. You're a transplant. I don't know. I would like to. I think it'd be interesting, but I don't know if he would be down for it. If Andy would cut the check for it.
Yeah, I think she need to. Honestly, she need to start bringing it, and she need to start bringing it this season, or her ass going to be at should be off the show. Line. Yeah, because I'm just like getting really, really, really. I'm like, I don't know. She's just not bringing it.
I hear you.
So
did you watch?
Was there anything else on Housewives? No, right?
Not that I was
pretty boring.
On Atlanta, yeah. Did you watch?
I watched the whole. Oh, you didn't watch Xscape?
Oh, did I? Remind me, what was that about this week? Was
they introduced the girl's daughter. What is her name?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then she says, like, and the sister says, no, the one who was pregnant said, I told them, yeah, go ahead, find a replacement. Y'all should get me out the group. And then the other one said, I told them, y'all replaced my sister. I'm leaving.
Right.
And that's how she got to stay.
Yeah. Okay.
But just more of the same. Like, I don't know. These two, they just bother me with they look and everything. They just got to fix it up.
Oh. I found it interesting that the Latasha, the one that used to be fat.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same husband she's had all these years.
Yes.
That was interesting to me. I didn't think he would be
around anymore.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean, the way she was talking, like there was certain risks with the group, not trusting him. I would have thought. I don't know. It was just interesting to me that she's been married that long to the same guy.
Well, not married, but
I
been
thought
with
they
him.
were married then.
They haven't been married that long.
They've
were
just
boyfriend.
Been together.
Yeah.
Oh, so how long they been married?
Oh, I don't know. I ain't even look into that shit. But because she said, Candy said her boyfriend, who was her boyfriend,
he was the manager. Yeah, he was her boyfriend. Oh, okay.
And he's the what's the name? I don't know. They just bother
And she doesn't
me.
talk about kids. Does she have kids?
No, she never mentions any kids at all.
Okay.
I don't know. She bothers me.
Well, we know her makeup bothers you.
They both bother me. The one with the dumb ass, she bothers me. I just want her to get that ass.
And them trying to pretend like it's real. Did you hear Mama Joyce sitting there trying to pretend like it was real and she's had it all? No.
But you know what may be the issue with her ass? Now, that may be the issue is that she already had an ass and then she added to the
injections
ass.
over it.
And, well, I think she got the fat put in from her stomach to her butt. And I think that's probably why it looks so dumb. Okay. Because if she already had a big ass, it's like, well, if she had a big butt, you wouldn't need to enhance it. And maybe when they took out the fat.
And doesn't it drop at some point? So maybe we're getting it still real high up and fresh. It ain't got that natural droop to it yet.
I don't know. It just looks dumb.
Because it looks like literally you could sit your drink on it and it wouldn't move. It looks like a shelf.
But it looked bad, shelfie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like it. I was
I don't know. Mama Joyce, sometimes she just seems so cold to me sometimes. So it was nice hearing the girls talking about her.
That she always was around. Yeah. She would always stand
I like that, helping them with their outfits. That's not a side I would think Mama Joyce would have. I would think she'd be so obsessed with Candy, she wouldn't be worried about the other girls. So that was a nice little touch. I liked hearing about Mama Joyce like that.
I did too. I was like, oh, I like that. But I don't know. It wasn't all of that. I know somebody went to dinner together, but I couldn't remember who it was. And then Candy talking about them being late. But they were on Watch What Happens Live.
Yes. Girl.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Awkward. Can we say awkward?
Oh my gosh. That was like...
They just gonna have to... Again, I'm sorry. Candy, you gotta bury these hatchets or don't do this. Because it makes her look petty. I think. It just makes her look
petty. So, you know what? I didn't think that... I thought... Well, wait. When Andy said, well, do you feel bad now about making up the story about her sleeping with Jermaine Dupri? She said, well, did I make that up? She's like, I didn't make that. And Candy like, all right, no, let me be clear. You said I slept with his father. I'm like, damn. Like, oh my gosh.
Well, it was definite shade. But I thought it was like...
Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. But yeah, on Watch What Happened Live, that one, I just was like, it was like uncomfortable to watch, except for Tiny.
Angie looked uncomfortable. Everybody looked. First of all, I thought it was shady. I don't know if it was intentional or not. The fact that we know that the girl got that big old stank ass, and you saw that little stool they had her sitting on. I was like, y'all could have gave her a chair, damn it.
Oh my! She was
spilling over that poor stool.
They just were like,
yeah, they do not like. I think they just need to safely say they don't like each other.
But I think that Candy, it seems like Candy is being upfront with that. Like, listen, I wasn't even, and I like that she puts it out there. They were doing shows because Andy said, how did you forget the words to the song? And she was like, no, they were doing shows, just them three. And they changed things. They had their own what's in it. And she was like, they were doing shows. They were doing all whatever. I have no parts of it. I let them go. She said, but they wanted me to come back. And I said, I can't come back until she does this. Now, she agreed to come back. But I don't know. It seemed like she still has those feelings against them. Yeah. It seemed like her and the other sister, the Lotoshia, that they would be okay to work together. Because it seemed like once they got in the studio and started working, they were in a better place.
They can appreciate each other's whole,
I think that
what they bring to the table.
But I just think that Candy, but I guess she would need to admit that what you did, I didn't like. It was low. You apologize, and I have to accept I have to forgive you, and accept that. However, that shit, like,
I can't forget it.
Yeah, and it pissed me off, and I'm upset about it, and we got to work on it, because the fact of the matter still is, why would you go on the radio and say that I slept with somebody's father?
Mm-hmm. And I think even Latasha's husband said exactly what we had said last week, like, Candy knows that you guys need her way more than she needs you.
Exactly.
And I don't think she's using that to her advantage, but that's powerful just to know that. And it gives her so I don't need to be here. I'm showing up on time. I'm doing the work. Mm-hmm. Y'all need to be working on the same level as I am, because I don't need to do this.
I think that was one of the things too. She like, look, I don't need this. I'm here for y'all, and now I gotta sit here and wait hours for y'all to come.
Mm-hmm. You get here right before the band leaves, so we can't practice
and things like that. I think she's getting frustrated. Like, why am I doing this? And she needs to really look deep inside with her. Well, the shows are going well for them.
I think they're performing in Newark next week.
Really?
Right around Thanksgiving.
So it's going well, but she needs to say, like, is this making me happy?
But obviously it's I'm not going well for the four of them because I think she said she's going to do She said on Andy she's going to do Broadway.
Yeah.
And the three of them are going to keep on performing. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, that may affect ticket sales because some people may say, I don't want to see Xscape the 3. I'm here. I paid for the 4 and want their money back.
Oh, I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, I was about to say they were performing for 3 the whole time. And it wasn't doing so great, and they weren't making.
Well, I think that, you know what I think helps a lot too is that now Candy's on. Tiny's more famous, but Candy's on Housewives every week, so she's more famous, and that people come out for these things. Now they have this show, so they're going to start getting, well, the sisters, they got to turn it up and do something else to kind of get some of that attention. Yeah. And then maybe they'll get their own following also who would say, I just want to see these girls as opposed to. And then when they did the lights off and had the flashlights and they like, who slept with the most groupies? And the sisters put it on Candy. She was like, what groupies I ever slept with? I'm like, oh my God, these girls are ready to kill each other.
Yeah. But then she's a mom now and she's been, on the shows, but I'm like, I had this whole problem I remember with the Straight Outta Compton. Like, just because you're the one that can control the story, don't change what went down. If you were sleeping with the groupies, if you was doing whatever, why would all 3 of them lie about you being the one that slept with the most groupies? Just because you can control more of the narrative don't mean it should make you look like the pristine person in the group. You know what I mean? And I had that problem with Straight Outta Compton. I thought, Dr. Dre and Ice Cube.
Oh, that was whatever.
They look like angels.
Yeah. I was about to say.
Candy, you can't change the past. I don't think they're putting you like, okay, the whole sleeping with daddies thing and everything. You acknowledge sleeping with Jermaine.
Yeah, she did that.
Okay, you slept with groupies. Who did? And just because you're a female, you can't.
Well, I don't think so. That was my thing. Is that the way that we have grown to know Candy is that she's really honest and open, and I think that had she did it, she would have had. I don't see her doing it,
but then certain things with sex, she seems to be. Because remember, even Tiny said it. She was like, you candy-coated nights. What is you up here acting all prudish for? When they were talking about the dancing. And she was like, you can't dance sexy.
Well, she can't dance.
She can't dance. That's different.
I thought that's what
That's different.
So I guess I took
Tiny
that
was telling her, be sexy. You pretend that you're sexy. You're candy-coated nights. You do this. So, I don't know.
I took it more so as, I guess I didn't.
Her she couldn't dance.
I took it like Candy was like, I can't dance. Right. I don't know how to dance. I don't dance. And Tiny was like, well, just be sexy and you don't have to worry about the moves. Mm-hmm. Because Candy, ever since we met her, Candy has been freakaholic and all of this other stuff. Right. Like, she has not, prude is not the word I would ever use for her.
Right. But we never saw her, I don't think we ever saw her hoeing out. Like, different guys. You know what I mean? That wasn't what we knew.
She was engaged. What? Since she been on the show, what has been 3? This the 3rd time? Well, she married Todd.
She was engaged to AJ, and she didn't have no other engagement till Todd on the show on Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
But AJ was the one that got killed.
Died. Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't see.
I don't see her as a prude, but
I don't see her being lying about it.
I feel like she is just maybe she doesn't want whatever secrets or skeletons they may know about to be put out there as far as stuff. But I'm like, it shouldn't matter now. So much time.
I don't get that from her. I guess I don't get that from her, and that's why I say I don't think she was lying about not sleeping with the groupies because she's so open with everything else.
All 3 of them, even your girl Tiny. If them other 2 haters said it, and then Tiny said me, but all 3 of them to say it was Candy.
I don't know.
Come on, majority rules, man.
I think they were playing a joke. I don't know.
If that was Survivor, she'd have been voted off the island.
I don't know. But anyway, so moving on. Did you watch Married to Medicine?
Remind me what happened.
What was on?
I don't like that it's on Fridays because it was so damn long ago. I don't forgot.
This one they had with Dr. Simone now had an issue with her husband.
Oh, ain't that the one we said would? Didn't we say last week?
And she was her name, and they went to the party and did the cook-off.
Oh, the cook-off. Right,
and she was like to Daddy. She was like, "You are such a sweet man. You are such a kind man." That was so weird.
It was so awkward. It was awkward for us to watch. I know it was awkward for him to be in the middle of it and be watching. Not only to watch your wife fawn over this, but then you're watching your friend's wife fawn over you. It was awkward for both men.
It just was like, the way she did it was like so weird.
And then wasn't she crying after?
Yeah.
Maybe she was crying. She was having a power surge,
because she was really sad. No, she was really, really sad. And I think that the stuff with her and Cecil are like getting, and that's what Dr. Jackie said. She was like, I've been around him a long time, and I've seen a lot of fights. She said, but I never saw Dr. Simone sad.
Yeah.
She's always angry. Like, during the fight, she's angry. I never saw her sad. Yeah. And I guess it's wearing on her.
Yeah.
The cook-off thing, I thought that was so cute that they had
that
cook-off.
It was a cute idea, too.
I didn't like Toya's friend and Dr. Heavenly because...
They was so angry. It was their first meeting, right?
Uh-huh.
Why was they so mad at each other?
It seemed like Dr. Heavenly was joking and was bowing down and doing all of this other stuff. And then she said...
and the friend took it very personally.
Well, she was like, no, because she says to her, well, what's your name? Or something like that. And she was like, oh, you don't know my name? Oh, forget you, bitch. But like that. And I took it that way, too. Like, it was jokingly like, you don't know my name, then forget you. And she walked away. But then they kept making a thing of it, and she was like, I said that? Like, I said something to you? Like, I don't even know. Like,
but what was why was she down on the floor?
Something about, like, calling her, like, a goddess or whatever. She was doing, like, they were just joking and playing around. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think somebody who's on their knees on the floor fawning over you in 1 second is saying, fuck you, bitch, really, in the second.
Right.
They're not. She was just joking, and they're reaching.
The new friend gotta have a
storyline, but she's a doctor.
Oh, she is a doctor too. I knew they said she was in the military and trained. Was it Simone? Who was it that was her friend?
Toya.
She was throwing. Oh, she could kill you in an instant.
But
like,
she was
one look.
She was a doctor because she was on the doctor's team, and then they put a doctor before her name.
Oh, right.
And I was like, she's a doctor.
Tall. She was tall. Like, I was like, Heavenly, you might want to back off, because if she got all of this military experience, she looked like she could really hug a bitch up.
Yeah, and she's married to the white man.
Yes. Because I had to double take, because I was like, where did this man come from? Who is this?
Contessa is her name.
Oh, so that's why she was bowing. Contessa. Okay. Why
would you be bound to Contessa?
Contessa is like countess, like a title.
Oh, okay.
But that's her name. So Heavenly, I guess, was making fun of that's actually her name. But Contessa is a title.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, she's a doctor. She's a surgeon.
Okay. I wonder what her husband does.
Wait, I thought she was married to the white guy, but no, it's a black guy.
Who they showing?
I ain't see him there.
He look like DMX.
She's saying these
three babies?
I didn't see him there.
So who was the white guy with?
Oh, she got a concierge service like the other one. Oh, now they made up good. I was about to say, because that one really... Okay, I'm about to say, because that was really weird. I was like, she wasn't...
Who was the white guy there with?
I don't know. I thought that was her husband. Oh. That's not. She like black love, bitches.
Oh.
And now we're going to see that Quad and
her husband
are going to start having issues. I'm like...
Okay. This is going to sound very non-progressive of me. Do Quad work?
Come on, Notorious FPG. She has the Couture dog line. And
so she mad. That's all you got. No, that's all you got.
Let me Google.
She ain't got nothing else.
From doctor for married medicine.
Cause I'm like, okay, so the man wants you home, want a meal and he want a baby. You ain't got nothing else to do.
No.
What?
Doggy couture. I don't understand why you acting like
no.
That's not a real thing.
It's not. It's not real. I'm sorry, Quad. I like you. Sometimes.
Puppy couture clothing line.
Sometimes.
Picture perfect pup.
Nope. Stay your husband says stay your ass at home and birth some babies.
Oh, she's on Sister Circle? Now, I have seen that online.
Sister Circle? What is that?
Like a talk show, but I think it's only online.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's all she do. That's all.
That ain't nothing. Have some babies. Why is you mad that this man want you?
Cause
that's all she got to be argued about. That's all she got to be mad about. Cause he said, "Why you always gone? You ain't got no job, Tommy." She is the female Tommy. She the female Tommy.
She got a career.
She got no career.
But let me tell you, what I thought was a kind of shady when she was reading the mistress story that she was putting a lot of sauce on it.
Girl.
She was like, and then
she was reading it like it was a Harlequin romance novel. Like Fabio was on the cover of some shit. I was like, why is she? And her husband just sitting there like, do we really got to do this? Are we getting paid to do it like this? He looked so uncomfortable. Like, these men are friends. The men are notoriously less petty than the women. He's like, this is my friend you doing this to. You making me sit here and listen
read to the story. And that's what I said. I was like, and then I like, somebody was saying like, well, you don't know, what the real is. This is what she's saying. You don't know.
No, continue.
No, that's all I was saying. It's like,
okay. Toya, is that the one with the birthday?
Yes.
Can we talk about, she is a mother. She's had sex multiple times. When her husband was sitting there talking to her about the sex and the orgasm and the refractory, and she looked like a deer in fucking headlights.
When he was saying that he masturbates.
He was telling her he masturbates, and he was telling her that's good for you because then I last longer. She's like, but why? I'm like, bitch. What? I mean, come on. This is 10th grade.
Really? What? Wait, hold on. What school you went to that y'all were learning about masturbation in 10th grade?
School. Jesus. I was like, no, this can't be real. You can't be leaving this woman alone with children to rear, and she don't even know this.
Really? I didn't take that to be that serious.
Dumb as a bag of rocks. Sorry.
First of all, what school did you go to in 10th grade that y'all were talking about masturbation and how you was doing? But I didn't take it that way because I was like, well, then maybe I guess.
But we know you're
dumb. Because I was like,
we know you're sexual.
He was like, well, it helps you. But I'm like, yeah, why would you masturbate before you're having sex when you're going to have sex?
Because the second time lasts longer.
Okay, then work to the second time. Why would you?
But then you gotta wait 20 minutes for him to recover from the first. At least 20 minutes, unless he's taking them little blue pills and the shit just go for the 4 hours until you call a doctor.
That's what I was saying. I was like, yeah, I didn't get that she was dumb because of that. Because I was like,
I felt like he was so judging her. He was even talking to the waitress like, you know this, right? You know this.
And I was like, that's weird. How you gonna ask the waitress?
Right. I felt so. It was not funny, but it was funny. I laughed. Like, he's a doctor. Like,
well, now the way he was explaining it as a doctor, and I guess
it was very medical.
Yes, I was about to say because I was like, okay, okay. I was listening like, oh, well, he a fucking doctor.
You and Toya had the same look. Like, yeah.
I was like, okay, but yeah, I didn't learn that in my 10th grade class. I guess in my school we didn't have those type of things going on. But did we get anything else on Married with Medicine? I know this week we want to have a new thing. No, but then that's it for the reality shows, right?
Yeah, we haven't done a reality segment in a minute. That.
Now I did watch. Oh wait, Xscape has a new TV movie.
Yes, it's gonna be on Bravo. Don't get it's gonna be on Bravo too.
Why, you don't think the movie's gonna be good on Bravo?
I just don't think we need it. I mean, I don't know. I'm just like, okay.
Really? You're not interested in them?
I can think of several people I would like to see before them.
What group?
I'm thinking Bravo was giving it to him because of the strength of Candy.
What group?
SWV, they could have did before them. A TV movie. I could have done with an In Vogue before Xscape. I could have done with, let me think, who else? That's just two off the top of my head. I can't think of nobody else right now. But TV movie, I think it's just because it's Bravo, it's Candy, it's a stream of just keep it in the line.
Keeping them going.
Yeah.
But I think it would be really interesting to see like all of the stuff that went on during the course of the time, because of course they were young, and we had the TLC movie, which I thought was going to be a snooze fest, because I'm like, who cares at this point? And it was really good. I was really into that one.
But again, you just can't, pardon the pun, you can't whitewash it, Candy. I know this is your employer. These are, you got 3 shows. This would be 2 shows. You had a third that didn't come back, that whatever with the singing. But this would be the 4th investment in you. We still want the truth. It's got to be the truth.
Yeah, I think she's pretty cool.
I hope she do that. I think she would. It's nothing. What the hell are you gonna hide now?
I'm about to say, yeah, I am.
We got. I know.
What other shows you watched this week?
Please tell me you watched Queen Sugar.
I did.
Girl.
I actually did. I haven't watched most of the season, but I did watch this episode. Because I didn't even know that what's the name wasn't
we don't what?
Blue's father.
But we don't know.
I mean, we don't. She's just saying like she doesn't know. There's a chance. Right.
And like she couldn't pick this other person. If he walked up to her and smacked her in her face, she wouldn't know that this is the dude that she slept with these years ago. Because she was so high out of her mind. So, question to you. Do you think she should have even told him?
No. I wouldn't have told him.
I wouldn't have told him either. I don't think it was necessary. I understand what her parents were trying to do and don't enter a marriage with a lie, but you brought not only him, but his whole family into this.
Yeah, I just was like, just let that shit go.
Yeah, okay.
What's up with the white guy, and what is her name? Oh my God.
And Nova?
No, not Nova.
Charlie. Oh, well, they've decided to. I mean, I'm guessing this is her big plan of actually putting them out of business, working from the inside as a double agent. Is I think what she's trying to do.
I don't know.
That's the way I took it.
Because I know she was losing all of the clients.
Right.
And then.
And because even the way she told Ralph Angel, it was kind of like trust me, we're still going to put them out. We're still going to end up with our business and it's going to be us against them. Mm-hmm. But we got to do this for the time being.
To go with the white guy.
Right.
I don't know if that's gonna be good.
Well, I'm assuming it's gonna be not public. Like
that they're doing it together because they're trying to go
right. It's gonna be backroom deals. It's gonna be we still a face, we still a name, but somehow she's gonna still be working to get her company back away from them and the black farmers away from them.
And that was the finale.
Yes.
For the season.
So next year sometime.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
For the whole season.
Yeah.
So I gotta catch up on all the other episodes. But I was like, everybody was talking about it was on Instagram. I was like, I gotta see it, but it was really, really long.
It was an hour and a half. Because then they did a half-hour wrap-up show with Oprah and the cast. And people who had just watched it were there.
Oh, okay.
So that was fun because it had like different people in the audience spoke to the cast members about the parts of the season that really spoke to them, and there was a guy he was talking about the strength of the men in the story and how his son had just went through something that Micah had went through and was actually shot, and it was, it helped him work through some issues he had lingering from that.
Oh my God.
So it was very interesting, the wrap up too, because it was just other people's
opinions
and showing how it affected them.
But Queen Sugar, it is really good. Yeah. It is really good, and
it's a heartstring puller. Because I didn't talk to nobody that did not squirt at least one tear. It may have been a thug tear. Just that one glory falling down your cheek.
I gotta watch it again so I can see if I'm gonna cry. Because I don't think I cried, but I gotta watch it again. I wasn't fully watching it.
Well, we know how you watch.
I'm about to say, yeah.
3 other things going on.
But what else did you watch? I watched This Is Us. And we saw that, what's her name, lost her baby.
Yeah. So apparently what they're doing these next 3, I'm including the one that we just had, these next 3 episodes, each one's going to be centered on one of the big 3. Mm-hmm. So this one was centered on 1. Kevin. Next week we get number 2. That's going to be about Kate and centered on her. Then the last one we're going to get is number 3, Randall.
Oh, okay.
So they ended it with us going into the thing about what Kate's dealing with. And I'm sure we'll get some backstory with her dad and something else that happened. We're when I say slowly getting to how he died.
I don't know. I just couldn't. This episode with Kevin acting that way and then him with the girl and stealing her prescription.
It made him interesting again though.
Oh my God.
I like Kevin as a bad boy, and when he was on that football field and having that monologue, he was acting his ass off, giving his whole why his life always took this turn, and we knew he played football and we knew it didn't work out. We didn't know to the extent of his injury though, and that this thing in the movie actually was the same knee. Same injury practically, and that
it triggered everything else. But oh my God! And then when he left his thing and tried to go back up in the girl house, I was cracking up.
I felt so.
I'm like, really? You really think she's not getting you back up there? You really
bad for him?
After you tell her you want something to eat, and she
hadn't even realized he had stolen the prescription yet. She just thought you were a douche that left.
God,
I was fixing you yodels. You don't really fix yodels, just unwrap yodels, but still.
It just was so crazy.
It was Kevin, it was a very good episode and brought me back into his story a little bit. So, I'm interested to see how it's going to go with Keith.
I want to see with the other ones, yeah.
Because we really care about them.
I know, right? Yeah, because I'm like, yeah, it didn't really bring me back into Kevin. I just was like, okay.
I'm back, because I don't want him to, I'm wondering about what you said a couple of episodes ago about him going very far off the deep end, because it's getting to this point of he's in so much pain, this emotional breakdown. Is he about to go to something stronger?
Yeah, well, now he got a prescription again, so he's going to be on it for a little while at least, right?
We'll see. If this girl, can you really, I don't know, use her prescription now? You think she won't call you in, report you? Would she even notice? I don't know.
That's the thing I was about to say. Because would she really even notice? He didn't take the whole pad. Didn't he take 1 or 2?
I think 1 or 2.
So I'm like, I was like, yeah, she probably won't notice.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Poor Kevin.
I don't know.
What else did you watch? Did you watch How to Get Away with Murder?
No. I didn't even finish. No.
Oh my God!
Was it really good?
Yes. Oh my God! The last 10 seconds, I think I was holding my breath, literally about to pass out.
And this is the winter finale.
Yes, we don't get
but
that
you
back.
Can tell me because I'm still gonna watch
February? I think February, January or February.
Damn.
Yeah. So Laurel had the baby.
Okay, that's the
in the elevator at Annalise's house, hotel, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Baby comes out not breathing, and Annalise, the girl stuck in the elevator. Annalise has to reach through the grates of the elevator, grab the unbreathing fetus.
What?
Girl, and then give it CPR, but like, baby CPR. So it's like finger presses. And she's on the phone with the EMTs. They trying to get up the stairs because Laurel's in the elevator. Elevator stuck right there. So they like, and Viola acting her ass all the way off and down the block. She's live with these little chest compressions. Oh my God. And this baby looks so blue. And
I gotta see this
girl. And then all of a sudden, last 10 seconds before the screen goes black, all you hear is her live, and the damn baby cries.
Oh,
and
really?
then that's it. Scene over. Credits. See you in January, February.
Oh my gosh, I gotta watch it.
It was hats off. Hats off. It was good.
Because I was like, I started to watch it this morning, and then I was like, we don't ever talk about it on TV Addict, so let me.
I did a lot of TV watching this week.
No, I
was doing it everywhere. Jeez,
I've been watching.
My dad are gonna be crazy.
I was about to say Jeopardy and
yes.
People's Court.
Oh, no social media, no nothing. Don't at me. I don't know who won. I'm DVRing it for when I get home. I got to see my man Buzzy versus my man Austin.
He is such a douche.
Who? Austin or Buzzy?
Buzz. Yeah.
I love douchebags.
He is such a douche.
I love it when first of all, he wears some badass suits.
Oh my God.
And he's just the slick hair and the
douchebag.
But we were having this discussion off the air about judging people. He's one of those that I look at and I would not think he would be Jeopardy material.
Why? Because he looks cool.
He's so douchey looking. I would think he'd be, white glasses and top down. And if it's not about something that's on Entertainment Tonight, he don't know about it. I would not think he would be Jeopardy material. Looking at him.
I'm learning so much about her today.
Not
oh my
God,
all. How could you judge him by the way he looks?
You just judged him saying he's
not by the way he looked, by the way he acts. He acts like a douchebag. Shit, that ain't by how he look. He acts like a douchebag, and then he does that little dad thing and all of that. So based on the way
he acts, you would still think he would be Jeopardy material to win.
Well, I guess I can't judge somebody by that, because then you'll see somebody, a stay-at-home mom, and they'll be killing the scientist and the other one. So
they ain't got shit else to do. They're supposed to.
Oh my
You're a stay-at-home mom.
Oh my gosh.
You better
study. Take care of your kids.
You breastfeed and study. That's all you got to do.
I can't. No. I don't know. Jeopardy, I guess that's the thing, is that I hate hearing their stories and all that stuff. It'd be so boring.
And when Alex tries to make it relatable.
Yeah, I find it interesting that some of them, because you seen like the stay-at-home mom may beat the patent lawyer, may beat a scientist. A patent lawyer basically is a scientist too. And you're like, and she just like,
but then you get somebody like Austin, who's a bartender in New York.
That's what I'm saying. I just think that's so, to me, that's so interesting. Yeah. Like,
I've always loved Jeopardy, always, and I've always
Jeopardy.
Loved the dichotomy of you can be so sucky at Jeopardy from home and awesome at Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, I don't watch Wheel of Fortune. That shit is so annoying. When they be having like 1 or 2 letters and they be like, I'm a spin. No, bitch. Solve the puzzle. Solve it.
Solve it 1 or 2 letters.
No, when it's 1 or 2 left.
Oh, missing. Okay. Only
and
one
they be
or two
like,
missing. Okay.
I'm a spin. No. It just drive me crazy. I said I had to give up on Wheel of Fortune. It just drive me fucking nuts.
Well, if I ever get on there, that's the one I need to be on. Jeopardy, unless it's the kids tournament, is a wrap. But
you could probably clear some of those because they'll be having like Beyonce. They'll have like some categories like that about
1
TV.
or 2.
And you
I ain't gonna get past 1 episode though. It better be all. Maybe celebrity, because those questions be super easy.
Look, the question be the answer, and they be like, just read that shit. Read it.
Just read it in the form of a question.
Okay, Alex, so what should I do? Because who won last time? Wasn't it Louis C.K. won? Celebrity?
Did he win the celebrity one? Probably. I think so. I do remember him being on there, but I don't remember who.
I was about to say, I thought he was the one that. Yeah, they be like, just read the shit. Just say it. Did you watch Walking Dead?
I did. Well, you gotta remind me what it was about. It was so long
Wait,
ago.
Outsiders is coming back on? Okay. So, The Walking Dead, it was just Sunday.
Shiva. Shiva died. Shiva died. Which you stopped reading the comics. So
yeah.
You did. Okay. That's how she died in the comics.
With the
in the
walkers.
Helping them get across the ravine and sacrificing herself for Ezekiel. That was pretty much it. And it was funny though. It was almost as if a major real character died. It was a CGI tiger. People
I know.
were really upset.
I was too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she made it so interesting. But what's her name was driving me crazy.
King Ezekiel?
Yeah.
Do you think he's broken now? Now he's going to be just Ezekiel?
No, because it seemed like he was at that place. And then the guy tells him, like, you're still my king. And this and that. And he picks up and he fights alongside him as opposed to what's her name. So I think that he was at that place. Like, I'm a fraud. I've been, being a fraud all of this time. And now look at this. Because remember, he gave that whole speech that not one of us will die and this and that. And he's like, look at all of these people. Which he didn't. And I don't see how he realistically could have told them or expected that nobody was going to get hurt during a war.
And they would have a Gatling gun that could.
Exactly. I was like, but it seemed like that upset him that, I brought these people out here and I told them this and now we have.
Yeah. I made these promises to their family and da-da-da.
I know.
Carol, what about Carol letting the gun go to save them? We thought Carol was so gangster.
Well, she's really all about Ezekiel. She is all into him. She is into him.
She drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, she is all.
Even though I wonder if it's kind of like when you two, you're in a room with a bunch of people and you look across at somebody and you two are the only ones that know the punchline to a joke. Because it's like, I know you ain't no damn king. Wink, wink. This is some bullshit. Wink, wink.
I know, but
it makes it so interesting that we both know this,
Maybe that's what it is, but she is like into him. They are what was the last part with Daryl and Dow and Rick
when they chased down the gun that Carol let get away. They chased him down and they got it. Essentially,
like, my god!
They killed the guy that was on the back with the gun and the guy that was driving, and they got the truck with
the gun. So now next week we're going to finally see Negan again with the father Gabriel and the trailer, because they just been chilling there for fucking 4 or 5 weeks now. Like, they got to give us something. And I guess, is it going to come on this week? It should, right?
It should.
Yeah, they usually don't cancel for a holiday.
Sundays are one day because they like, okay, you got your holiday on Friday. You going back to work on Monday, damn it.
And plus, they like, we're The Walking Dead, and we don't give a fuck. And if you don't watch it, guess what? You're going to have spoilers all week long. Right, exactly. So, what else did I watch? I did watch The Walking Dead. I watched Curb Your Enthusiasm. And what was this one? They so stupid on this show.
I thought about you. Was you mad at your boy, Larry? I thought about you. When he was, the whole Spectrum bullshit. Where he was, I'm on the Spectrum, and he was acting.
Because of the sun, when he was doing rude shit and saying, I'm on the Spectrum. I just was like, and then when he said, I didn't think you would be black. He like, why? He's like, they never said you were black. I didn't think you would be black. He like, why didn't you tell me you was black? They like, what difference? Wait, when he was on that bus, I could not stop laughing.
Did you see Ron Funches? That was the guy he talked to.
Yes, because he was from that superhero show, right?
Yeah.
When I was like, oh my God.
Could you let me know when the stop is coming? I'm not your babysitter. And then he tried to talk to me like, well, can we go a little further? And she hits the car. She's like, I gotta stop and leave a note. No, we don't leave a note. I was like, oh my gosh.
It was like hilarious.
The episode has so many things. It starts with this whole hot yoga, and then he backs into the car, and it's just
with leaving a note, and then the guy was really tough with him, saying, "You gonna pay me all of this?" And then when he show up and the guy black, he like, "Oh, you black?"
He see JB Smooth and he's like, "Oh, Larry, I didn't know
you were black." Yeah, he was like, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
it." and Larry behind the wall, like, "Yeah, that's how I felt when I knew the guy was black." Oh my God! But wait a minute, this is what I wanted to ask you. So when he was at the end, when JB Smooth was having sex, he was still with the yoga teacher?
That's what I thought.
It sounded like the other guy's wife.
Who?
His friend, the wife that hates him and curses him out all the time. That curses Larry out.
Really?
I thought it sounded like her. Because even when what made me think about that was when Larry said, "I just heard a Jew."
Oh, he did say that. He did say that.
JB Smooth having sex with what you would call his wife?
Was the yoga a Jew? Well, was she Jewish?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I didn't remember her either. Yeah, I didn't remember.
So maybe that was just them having the yoga teacher is Jewish. Maybe that was just because I was like, oh wait a minute, Curb Your Enthusiasm, you about to go deep.
Oh my gosh! But every week I'm like, yo, I just need to get to this level where I just don't.
Oh my gosh!
I don't give a fuck. And I just say, then when he got kicked out of the Ubers, he's like, call me an Uber on yours. Give me an Uber. He was like, five fucking stars.
He was like, there are no pretty Romanian. They're all ugly women. And I wouldn't touch your sister. My sister wouldn't look at you. I was like, as soon as that guy went to get out the car, he was like, oh no, I don't want this.
Oh my gosh. When I said I just could not stop laughing. No. I could not stop laughing.
So before we move on, did you watch your pick from last week, Smilf?
I did watch it. Now, you would probably like that show.
I wasn't crazy about it.
Oh, you did? Because it's really a lot of sex and all of that. And I was like, oh, this is right up her alley. I was like, I'm out. Because, like, the episode didn't end, and it was like at least 5 sex scenes, and I didn't even watch the full episode. I'm like, damn.
Okay, well, one was fake.
But it was still sex.
It was still sex. But I wasn't here for her having sex in the bed with her son. That was where I said, oh, I'm out. Deuces. She ain't got to worry about seeing me again.
Because one of the reels that she was really
the guy, when first of all, she leaves the kid there by herself and runs to the store, meets the guy she went to high school with, has him come over to the house, and she starts having sex with him in the bed with her son. Covers up her son like he's a pile of pillows.
Really?
Yeah, remember? Because then the guy was on top of her and the foots came out and he jumped up with his little dick off.
That's why I said I had tuned out when it was like the first one, and then she had one where it was a whole bunch of men, and then it was another one.
Wasn't that the
imaginary one? Right. I know one, and then it was
all the guys from the basketball court.
I was like, I can't take this.
I mean, I was laughing when she. I mean, I don't have kids, but when she was like asking the doctor, she was like, "But does this look normal? Has my vagina been blown out?" I was laughing at that.
Wait, let me tell you what had me cracking up. Oh my God. Freaking Shameless. Frank getting that fucking job and like no injuries here. He was like, no one's getting workers' comp, taking advantage of disability.
You know that's all he there for.
No,
I didn't watch it yet.
Oh, I was
it's okay. It's not ruining it.
No, he's
really there to work.
Yes, and he was like, so like things were dangerous or whatever, and he would go fix it, pick it up. He like, no, pick it, lift with your knees, not with Frank. Your back.
No,
and he does the days on the board that they didn't have accidents.
I'm shocked that you are really here for Responsible Frank.
Because it was so funny because we
know it ain't gonna last.
Wait, we've seen over the years where Frank would be like, what job should I take so I could get out?
It would just be a day just so he could go there and fall down on some shit.
Oh my God. He was like, did you watch the training video? The shit is hilarious. I could not stop laughing. Lord, I was like, yo, Frank is a hot ass mess. And you were right about the guy. Because he takes Deb to the shop and washes her hair. And then she start messing with him. And then she comes back with a hickey. And then the wheelchair guy's like, why you got a hickey? she's just like a hot mess, and he like, well, I'm not going to watch the baby. So Deb, being the hot hoe she is, took the baby to the grandmother. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, yo.
The grandmother that kidnapped him wouldn't let you see him. Debbie.
That episode was so good. Fiona, with the tenants or whatever. I ain't even like, it was okay, but
her chasing them around and everything.
The other ones, and then Lip, was that in the last episode? Because when he watches the girl baby,
right,
and then he does it again, and she's trying to get back with him. So Frank tells him, like, once an addict, always an addict. Put the carrot in front of him. So he puts apparently they deliver pizzas with Coke. Delivery. I did see that. Yeah, and they put the Coke in there, and the guy, he doesn't take it, and he goes to the meeting, and he's like, it's still there, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, and this and that. So he breaks in his house to take the Coke back, and the dog bites him on the ass. I was cracking up. But he leaves that fidget spinner thing that people use. He leaves it there, and so the guy recognizes it, and he said, I know you were in my house, and I know you did this. He's like, thank you, man. You really...
Oh, he thought he did it to help him.
So I was cracking up. I mean, the show just had me cracking up. But Frank, he just steals the show. It's all about him.
Anything with Liam this week?
Oh, my God. He had the friend. He spent the night at his friend's house, which this part, of course, is the fake fuckery that they put in but I love it. I'm here for it. He spent the night at his friend's house. Oh, I guess it's not, but whatever. He spent the night at his friend's house. They all rich and everything.
Right.
So they got everybody got a bathroom and showers, this and that. So he has the experience, and they got the nanny, the Range Rover TVs, and the Range Rover everything. And he got his garbage bag of clothes to spend the night and everything. So the little boy said, well, can I spend the night at your house? And he's like, yeah, sure.
His parents said, oh, hell to the dog.
But that's the thing, that the nanny drops him off, and he does spend the night there. That's why I say that's the fake fuckery. Yeah. Because when they come, people fighting.
Because that nanny would be fired.
And the boy stays there, and like with all the fuckery going on in there, the house, everything, he was like, that was the best weekend ever. Doesn't that? He was so happy, and his mother make him strip before he get in the car.
I know that's right. I know that's right, girl.
But I was just...
What about Kevin?
He didn't have breast cancer.
He doesn't have breast cancer. Okay.
But he had like a whole group he was going to.
Kevin is so over the top.
I know.
So it had to be.
He was like, this is a real thing, man. I don't know. I just love Shameless.
Oh, I do too.
I love.
Too much. They are too much.
Was there anything else on this week? Have you finished watching this Law and Order Menendez Brothers?
No, I gave up.
I gotta watch it. I just haven't watched it. Did you watch so What About the Mayor? No.
I watched it this week. Yeah. I like this
It?
episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Blackish. Yeah. I know we were talking about it.
That damn Dre. I just don't know.
Bo was hilarious though when she was talking to him on the phone, like, "Oh no, now Beyonce is getting out the water. Oh no, she got this angry Beyonce." Yeah. And then they's going to sleep. She's talking to him all day. I don't know.
I mean, so it had a bunch of things in it because it was about re-entry into society, and it was about going to places that got you into trouble because your family maybe doesn't want to see you come to their nicer neighborhood too. And what was the other part?
I thought it was more so like he's saying like how the guy was treated and how we look at them and judge them and how things happen with that. Because for example, like Bo was really nice to him when he was in prison.
Yeah, just
then when he was getting out, and she was like, well, he can't live here. Yeah, like, and he like,
we can send him to the hotel. He was like, you said that was like prison.
That was funny. And he's like, but now he has been declared innocent they overturned it, and now he can't live here, but you were okay. You were comfortable as long as he was in prison.
Yeah.
And even the people at the job was like, oh, he a prisoner, this and that. But then they had the white guy there doing it, and it was like, well, he's different. It was a white-collar crime.
And it was just so funny with Bo and Dre, because when the guy was guilty and in jail, Dre was all hands off. I ain't really here for him. Mm-hmm. Whatever. He just calling for some money to be put on his books.
Even though Bo was set at $300 a month.
Other way around, soon as he's proven innocent, Dre is all in for him. Mm-hmm. And Bo is, even though he is innocent, he's still been in prison. He done learned prison ways, and he ain't coming here.
They call it's called Not in My Backyard. That people care about those issues, and they all gung-ho. As long as you don't live here. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, we support you, and she was comfortable, like, but you just, as long as he's not here, I'm okay with it. Now, once you need to really do something and be there, she like, yeah, no.
We'll bus him to wherever he got to go. Yeah. So, it was interesting. She saw, I guess you could say, the error of her ways. I don't know. It was weird to me because I don't know that if it was a stranger versus family, would it be, you know what I mean?
Well, he wasn't really their family.
Right. But I mean, they still knew him. I mean, what you're saying with like Not in My Backyard, like if it was actual people you had no connection with, I could see that response more than even somebody you've been friendly with. So,
well, she had that response.
Yeah.
She like, no, not here. Like,
yeah,
he cool.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if that was fully realistic for me, to me.
That she wouldn't want him there.
Right.
Why?
Because I think if it was a stranger versus someone who you've had this connection with, I think you would be open to, he could stay here a week. I didn't agree with Dre that, he can stay here as long as he needs to get on his feet. Oh, no. He got a week to get his hotel room situation straightened out, but
no, I don't see that. The thing is that he still was in prison. So now you're bringing somebody who was in prison for whatever. I forgot what it was, 5 years, 10 years. I can't remember. But, and then they're going to live in a house with my kids and everything. And I'm just not comfortable with that because he was in prison all of that time.
So what did they finally resolve to do? He wasn't coming to the house.
I think when they met up, she just said like, I'll support you or whatever. But then the guy never showed up at the restaurant. Or I don't know if that was just the end of it.
I don't know.
Because he never came to the restaurant.
He never came, or they never showed him?
They never showed him or whatever, right. And they never did anything.
And they never addressed it.
They never said anything else about it. But she wanted to say, I
presume they just didn't show us. Like it was kind of like up to you to decide how they decided to do.
But I thought she said, I'm going to support you. Like,
right,
I support
but
you.
You don't. Again, that's my point. Did she mean support you in, he can come stay with us? Or support you in, I support you in getting him a room at the Holiday Inn and we'll have breakfast with him whenever he wants to. Like they don't, and I thought you were supposed to make that like kind of defer to your own opinion on whether
that would be confusing because then what was she supporting him in? That was his whole position is that now that he's not being found guilty, that I want him to live with us and stay with, and that we should give him a chance. And if she's saying like I'll support you, I don't. Yeah.
So the way it went for you, she supported him in getting him a room. Like that's what I'm asking you. How did it end for you?
I can't say that, but I don't understand why it would be with him getting him a room because he was saying that he wanted him to stay with them, right?
So my question is, the way you saw it, their final decision in meeting him at the restaurant was he took them home with him, or they were of the same mind of getting him a room and him not coming home with them.
But my thing is that was never Dre's position to get him a room. Dre's position was that he would stay with them, right?
So you're saying that the way that
hold on, no, not the double, not that again, but wasn't that Dre's position is that he should come and live with him?
But then Dre deferred to Bo, and remember he was making a care package to take to him for him to have in the room. Because
he said like, oh, you don't want to get the...
Right. He missed all the sriracha. He don't even know about sriracha.
But I thought it wasn't. So I guess then.
So that's what I'm saying. So
I in the way. So then let me say this. Yeah. I never took that Dre's position was that he should be put up in a room or in a prison, like Bo called it. That his position was never that. It was just that Bo was like, no, he can't stay here, and that's it. So he was like, well, I'm going to go take him the stuff to the room and to his room. And then when Bo came back and said, I support you, if his decision or his opinion, position was that he could come and stay with us, her supporting him would have to. In my opinion,
he came to the house.
That if you want him to come to the house, then he could come to the house because I'm supporting you in your position.
Okay.
But maybe it was like a compromise, and maybe Dre, but they just end it and they look up at the door. They don't say either way. Like, I'm willing to compromise and I have him home. But I don't think that
was supposed to be, I guess, the teachable moment of. Maybe neither one of them is wrong. Neither, you know what I mean? Like,
well, they both
however
have valid
you feel,
points.
Exactly. However, you as the viewing audience choose to address it. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It doesn't mean your concerns aren't valid. Well, if you read
you read Eckhart Tolle, there is no right or wrong ever. But anyway, Super Soul Sundays.
Thank you.
So there's no right or wrong. But
well, I guess somebody was reading it that week. that's how I took it too. Like.
It's just that, like, this is your decision, this is your opinion, and they both, in my opinion, they both have valid. I don't think it changed because if they were family or not, because somebody who's been in prison, they're used to living in prison.
Right.
And they have prison-like ways, and now you have to bring that into your house.
Your house will be clean, and your bed will be made. Breakfast will be ready promptly at 7 a.m., and they be out in the yard working by 8 o'clock.
Yeah, but it's other things that go with that. That ain't it. It's other. I guess the other stuff that she was.
I'm sure. No, she had valid concerns, but
yeah,
it was a good episode, and I'm sure it got a lot of people talking in their houses about, well, how do you feel? What would you do? And
so would you let the prisoner? Well, and this again is different because he wasn't their family, so he was neighbor's kid, fake god, whatever they called him.
Truthfully, for me, it would depend on what our relationship was before they did whatever they did. Were they very close family, someone where I would invite them over to stay regardless, or were we never that close? If we was never that close, no, you ain't coming here.
Well, I guess if you were never that close, you wouldn't even maintain this relationship with them over these years.
People from jail call people they don't know. It just...
No, he could call, but you wouldn't maintain it. You have to, you have to pay for the calls. You have to entertain it. So if you were never that close, you wouldn't have a relationship.
You may speak to them once a month. It doesn't mean that you forget about them if they call you and you just have a conversation with them. I don't think that's the same as if we were close family speaking regularly before this happened.
Not family. These people weren't family.
Family or not. If we were close speaking regularly before this happened and you came out and needed a place to stay, for me, I would open my home.
And if you had kids?
Stay in your room. What? I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Okay.
If we're supposed to be treating people as people who have paid their debt to society, that's a lesson to teach a child.
Well, I guess that, and like both said, there's other concerns, and I had the experience too, and one of the things we used to have to do is make noise when we enter a room. You would have to, and we would have to teach, we had to literally teach the kids, make noise, stop. Because if you walked on, and it was true, he turned around and he would start. So you gotta make noise. You gotta do certain things. You gotta be. It's not a situation where it's just like somebody, because of course they've been living there for that amount of time, whatever the amount of time is, and there are certain things, and maybe, just like how Bo was, and maybe I'm a different person. I guess I found out today, is that I was willing to tell my kids, like, this is an adjustment you have to make and you have to do these certain things. did my kids, were they of the age, or did they ask, well, why, or what, or whatever? And maybe we would have told them, I don't know, but they never asked why. Right. So we were lucky, but then she has older kids, and then that would have to be explained. Like, listen, you can't walk up on them. You can't do this. You can't do that. When he's in the shower, you leave him alone. You do like certain things. Yeah. I guess it would be. I think the more
I would be concerned with is maybe if I was Bo, let me say, because you got Ruby in that house. Ruby done had a lifetime of experience.
And she was like, and that was just the 80s.
And she let Junior know. She done had a lifetime of experiences. But probably the twins would have been your main concern, because they would probably have a harder time adjusting, like you said, with certain rules. Mm-hmm. But it's interesting because, speaking of Oprah Super Soul, there's a show on OWN released, and it's all about females, males, fathers, mothers being brought back into society. Did you watch the episode? I watched part of one. It's very difficult to watch, but I watched the one with the mother. I watched part of that one with the mother who was being brought back, and she's trying to be a parent, but she's been gone so long that all the parenting has been done without her. So it's kind of hard to, for somebody to come in and be your authority figure when you ain't been my authority figure for 10 years. How can I? It's very hard to watch, I think. So, and then there's another one with a father who was it seemed like he was in and out. I didn't see his whole story, but for most of his daughter's life. And she's coming out and he's telling her things about God. And she's like, no, we're not going to do this. You're not going to try to be this person now. We'll have this cordialness and get to know each other. But you're not going to be this person giving me life advice.
Oh my gosh. No,
it's interesting. It's an interesting watch, but it is hard if you
I don't watch. I'm not watching it. Yeah, I'm not watching that. But I do watch Super Soul Sunday every Sunday.
It interferes with that's your thing though. You like the
what?
The real scary, not the fake scary. Like
I like murder and crime and Dateline. They don't be disappointing. Because last week the girl and her boyfriend killed the manager of was it Aeropostale or Hollister?
Huh? But why?
So they could get the keys and go rob it on Black Friday.
No, stop. This was real?
Yeah! No, it's fucking Dateline. See? Yeah, I love my Dateline.
That was the black one or the Megyn Kelly one? Because I saw you put on Twitter that Megyn Kelly hosted an hour or something.
Hers was about polygamy. The guy had 73 wives and 50 kids. That was her
this is the Warren... She did a story about Warren Jeffs? That guy?
Is that his name?
The one that
skinny white guy with the glass.
Having sex with his daughters?
No, he never.
Did he try to have sex with
He molested them.
His daughters or something?
He molested his daughters, but he never had sex with his daughters. Don't worry, we'll get some Lysol wipes for your spit all over my table.
I get excited.
But yeah, she did the first hour, and then my homeboy Keith Morrison did the second hour, and that's when they killed the girl to get the keys so they could go rob them.
So weird.
But then the manager, she was the assistant manager. And the manager had changed the locks when they realized she was dead. So you see the guy coming and trying to open up the thing and everything. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
And they literally killed her so they could get the keys and rob it on. Because they robbed it before.
Oh, okay.
When she got fired, when the girl got fired, they robbed it because she had keys. Okay. They got in and took $1,800. Then they were going to rob it again for Black Friday.
Oh. But they had to murder her for the keys this time.
They had to murder the other girl because the girl got fired. But they didn't have to murder her.
Of course not. Well, I mean,
but they say she probably put up a fight because she was like a butchie type.
Oh. I'm going to let that land very hard right where it was.
Well, that's what I don't want to say. That's what they called it, but they called her tomboy. It was like she was a real tomboy. She never was in dresses, and they showed with the thing. So that was, I guess, butchie is that LGBTQIZ
sensitive,
friendly? No, not butchie.
I don't think so.
Sorry, LGBTIQC ROC BET. I'm so sorry. I thought Butchie was acceptable. I know Stallion is acceptable. I didn't know Butchie wasn't.
What's a Stallion?
So a Stallion would be Butchie, but we don't say Butchie anymore. But it would be that. And then you would have a femme.
Are they black?
I guess they could be black, white, and then you would have a femme lesbian and a Stallion lesbian.
Oh. Stallions are only lesbians.
I would assume so. You think they in a gays also? Well, the person who told me this was a lesbian that told me, and I said, what's a femme? And then she was saying, and then I asked, well, what's the other? And she told me. So that has to be acceptable.
Have a whole learning curve
with this stuff, but that has to be acceptable. Now that one I know was acceptable. Oh my god. The other stuff I say, shit in me.
Don't hold me responsible.
I'm about to say, nah. Alright, so
what you got for picks this week?
Listen, I know I ain't been doing my homework.
See?
I know.
You can't copy off my paper.
I know. You know what? Let me tell you though. One show that I think that I know you never made it your pick on the show or anything, but I'm like all into now is My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Oh, and sometime tonight I'm gonna watch it. I just love this show, and then I'll go back on Netflix and watch the old ones. I'm like crazy about My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Well, no, this weekend is The Punisher, but I'll try to.
Oh yeah, The Punisher come on today, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do
today.
But I have one pick. Who Killed Tupac on A&E? You know, I'm still doing this. I'm still.
Is it new information?
I don't know.
I can't. You know, they got a show coming out.
What?
They got a show coming on. Is it coming on Fox? But it's about the two of them who killed Biggie and Tupac.
No, they had it already with Ice-T.
No, it's a scripted, mother-loving show.
But Fox couldn't solve it the first time.
What's the guy that used to be married? Well, I think they're still married. Married to Fergie. His name, Josh. He's in it. He plays one of the cops. And then, I forget who plays another cop.
Who played Tupac and Biggie? Don't say fucking Gravy.
They might be dead already. I don't fucking know.
Oh, so it's after the murder.
It's after the murders, and it's cops. Like,
hold on, look, I'm all back in now.
See?
I'm back in. I was about to say, Fox couldn't solve it the first time with Ice-T, so I was going to be out, but now you're describing it, and I'm in. Finish.
No. We'll come back to this when it officially airs. I saw a commercial. I can't believe you didn't see the commercial.
Well, I don't really watch commercials. Let me tell you how I saw this one.
You gotta watch commercials.
Who Killed Tupac on A&E? I was watching, was it Project Runway? I was watching something. Oh, probably Little Women, Dallas. I was watching something, and I fast forward, and I saw Who Killed Tupac, so I rewound back to see the commercial, and it was like, oh, they making it. The Notorious one wasn't bad that A&E did.
I remember you said that, yeah.
It turned out to be really good, so I'm here. I don't know.
I'm having a squirrel moment right now. Did you see one of your Little Women got arrested? Was it from Little Women Dallas?
No.
Maybe?
I saw that they put up that she was a Little Woman, and she's just not on. Maybe she's going to be on the show to come. She's just not on any of the shows.
Oh, they advertised it like she was on the
show. I saw it. I was like, what show is she on? Because I watched her.
Shut up.
I love Little Women. Dallas, Atlanta, New York, L.A. I don't care where these Little Women at. I'm all over the Little Women. I love me some Little Women. Them and Big Frida. Those are my two vices.
So back to the original. You ain't got no picks other than
I
that.
Do have
that
one.
Was your one. That was your one.
Some homework.
That was your
not
one.
Much,
okay.
So what are your picks?
So
why you Google? I'm gonna Google some more.
Saturday Night Live. No, I'm not Googling. I was looking for the show.
Oh wait, did you watch Saturday Night Live with Tiffany Haddish?
I did.
What did you think? You didn't really like it?
I didn't. I'm going to leave it at my expectations were so high that there was nothing like it would have had to have been a damn near perfect show for it to be met, and it just I thought it was hard to watch at times.
I was about to say, you know what scene I thought was the best when Kenan and Kel, the fat one from Kenan and Kel, that he did the
LeVar
is
Ball.
That offensive?
No, I'm laughing at you still advertising him as Kenan and Kel when he been on SNL for fucking 85 years.
He shouldn't have been there, but
he's Kenan on SNL now. Nobody knows him from Kenan and Kel no more.
I'm about to say that's clearly affirmative action at his best. He does not deserve that spot. But anyway, so when he did the thing that he was LeVar
Weekend Update
or whatever, that shit was hilarious.
He did him so good.
He didn't do a great job, but it was
funny. You don't think so? Oh my God.
I hate that every skit that he does, he's laughing. And it's like, I don't know. He just can't. They break
character.
Yeah, but he breaks it all the time. I can see once in a while, like, it's so funny and they can't. Okay, but everyone, and then you're a regular cast. And like you said, he's been there for 85 years. He should have this together. Because even the one that did the cat one with Tiffany Haddish, and when Tiffany Haddish was grabbing her boobs and doing all of this other stuff, and she just sitting there like, little old lady. I don't know. I think
she was laughing too. She broke it a little bit,
but not like Keenan and Kel. He does it all the time.
Though. I love when he does that. Oh
that was so funny. I never saw it, and he was like, "They got a rotisserie in them. You can only buy
Here's
one.
Some chicken. One is $700,000."
And then I do like when she said, "I told y'all I'm going to show this dress one more time," as she came through.
Yeah.
I didn't think all of them was as. It was just like, okay. Some of them were better than the other ones. I don't understand what the gas. I honestly, and I don't know. They were like, she was the first black comedian to host.
Yeah.
Then
first black female comedian.
A black female. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then when she says goodnight, she says, "I'm the first black stand-up comedian to ever host." So which one is it?
I thought she was first black comedian because I had to even Google it myself because I could have sworn. I can't believe that in over the 40 years, SNL had never had Whoopi host.
Oh, they never had.
She literally, Tiffany is the first stand-up comedian that has hosted. I mean, she's not the first black woman. The whole thing was some media outlets were reporting first black woman, but no, Gabby Sidibe, Taraji Henson, and one other that escapes me right now have also hosted. But stand-up comedians, yes, she was the first black female to host.
But I didn't understand. So my whole thing was, what was the whole thing with the stand-up comedian being added? Because is there a different
type
of comedian?
She just made that distinction because I didn't hear. All I heard everybody else make the distinction was first female comedian.
No, they all were on like the regular sites, not like ours, the Shade Room and all of them other ones. They just were like black. She black.
Yeah.
But the other ones were saying stand up, and then she clarifies at the end.
They were saying stand up comedian versus just comedian. The sites.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know why they were making a distinction because the other hosts weren't comedians, so it wouldn't even matter whether they was stand up or sit down.
That's what I didn't understand. So I was like, is it a different type of comedian? Like either she the first black comedian or she not the first black comedian, or I mean,
well, can you be a comedian and not have done stand up?
That's what I was asking. Like, is it a difference?
I'm assuming they just mean like she's just not the first black female funny person to host. I don't know what the distinction was. I was glad to see her there just because of her story and where she's come from, whether she was black, purple, whatever. Her story was, it was something to aspire to and a notch in her belt to have hosted SNL. And because of that, I just wish it had been a better show, a funnier show.
Oh, they say, okay, female, the ABC called her a comic. I was like, yeah, that was my only question, because I was like, what is this distinction? What I didn't understand what was going on, so I was like that. But I didn't think it was like, have I seen better? Yeah. Have I seen worse? Of course. I don't know.
I don't know. I expected it to be better. I did. So the one, I mean, I liked she got some of her own stuff in there because she in her stand up does the Black Unicorn. She does a Black Unicorn skit. Mm-hmm. So they gave her own skit with her and Leslie Jones
with the Black Unicorn.
Yeah. So I liked that, but it just wasn't hitting. It wasn't funny. So this week, it's my pick because my boo Chance the Rapper is going to be the host and Eminem is the musical guest.
Okay.
But Chance the Rapper, when he was the musical guest, he also hosted, and it was funny. He is funny.
Really?
So I got high hopes because he seemed naturally funny when he was on there the first time.
I gotta watch it because I love Chance.
Eminem looks a little crazy though.
I ain't watching that shit.
Hair situation he got on his face.
You think I want to see Eminem rap right now? Nah. So
my other picks were this week at Thanksgiving, Netflix is gonna upload She's Gotta Have It, which we went to New York. So the first episode, it was really good. Really? It's not an hour long. It's probably like a 30 to 45 minute range. So it's one of those, no pun intended, hit it and quit it. You'll probably get through it really easily. But they're uploading all the episodes on Thanksgiving.
Oh, so maybe we can watch it over Thanksgiving.
It might be good for a little live tweet. I'm sure Black Twitter will be organizing some live tweet of something, when you ain't doing nothing on Thursday night. Letting your turkey digest. You could do a couple episodes.
That's true. So maybe we could do that.
But the first episode was really good. It looked like they're sticking in good amount to the movie. So there's certain things in the movie that they did a Q&A afterwards, and even Spike said he wished he hadn't put in the movie that we may not see in the show. He specifically he spoke to the sexual assault. So I don't know if we're gonna get that in the show or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I want to see.
He said he said that was one thing he wished he could change. If he could change anything, he would not have done that. So he wasn't there, so we couldn't get the full reason why. But I mean, I'm assuming him.
Oh, at the show when he wasn't there at the viewing.
Well, he's not an executive producer on the show. His wife is. So his wife was there, and the star of the show, and Demetria O'Doyle.
Who the fuck is she?
She's a Belle in Brooklyn blog, and she was on that show about gossip and heels.
Yes. And she's with the curly hair. No, she doesn't have curly hair.
She wears wigs a lot, and she does she wears naturals. So she it goes curly, it goes straight. She's wearing it in a straight bob right now.
Oh, okay.
So and it was some writers from the show also on the panel.
Oh,
so it was all female panel hosted by Michaela Angela Davis. So no, Spike wasn't there, but all these women have worked with him in some way or another, and they're writing on this. So he has had input, but the wife is kind of the face of the show, not him. So
interesting.
So that's my other pick, and there's a new Marvel show coming on also this week on Hulu, Runaways. Have you seen this?
I watch it, no,
okay.
But I watch it.
All right, it's about a group of teenagers. They find out their parents are evil villains, and they, I guess, run away. I'm not sure.
Runaways on Hulu.
I mean, we'll see. It comes up, I think, the 21st or something. And, Hulu is good for that. They'll tell you, like, oh, it's premiering, and you get one episode a week. So I don't know if they're putting up all the episodes. I can't fuck
with them with that because it make me so crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know yet if it's going to be all the episodes are going to be up or if they're going to be one episoding us every week.
So are they they have the superpowers, or their parents are villains with superpowers?
The parents are supervillains disguised as regular people. Mm-hmm. And then this group finds out about it, and they try to make right what their parents have been doing. Now, I don't know if the kids have any sort of superpowers too. I don't know, but I'm gonna give it a try. First episode.
It's a new comic, so I will. Well, and plus our show is coming back. I can't wait because we're not gonna record this week, I guess. Because of the holiday. I don't know what we would have, but Punisher to talk about. Yeah, that's nobody's coming on this week. I'm about to say nobody's going to be on.
And Walking Dead, that's about it.
Yeah, so I don't think. Well, we'll discuss that and see if we want to come back for this week with Thanksgiving.
Let us know. Email us. Do you need
Nobody email it. Nobody email. I got to check the stats. I was telling the co-host on Grown and Opinionated, I said, oh my God, we're getting real listens and from different people. I said, because when we had 40 or 60 or whatever, I'm like, It was probably my cousin. They probably your cousin. I said, but once we get 400 and numbers like that, I'm like, okay, I don't know 400 people. Right, I don't know what. So now we get some real people.
Exactly.
But word of mouth. I don't know. Maybe we could do Punisher depending on how it goes, if it's worth it. Because remember, we were all souped up for the Defenders. Right. And then when the Defenders came, we were like, just act like that shit ain't happened. Just act like it ain't happened. Turn your TV off. Turn your TV off. But I know which one of my picks I wanted to pick. And I want to talk about 2 more things. I'm sorry, I know I'm keeping you long because we had conversation with my neighbor before he came. Dirk Gentry's, is that what his name is?
Who? Oh, Dirk Gently? You watched that on the BBC? No, that is so not in your wheelhouse.
Is that it? Holistic? Yes, this is it.
Yeah. You watched that? No.
Holistic TV series. Yes, this is going to be one of my picks.
Really? I'm surprised.
I believe they're nominated for the Golden Globe.
I'm going to leave that totally up to you.
Really?
Well, I could not get through the first season. You watched the first season? No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. I just saw they were nominated, so I was like, I got to watch this.
Girl, okay. Talk to me. This is your pick? Talk to me after you see an episode, and we'll have the same discussion.
Yeah, then I had to.
Talk to me after that. I love Elijah Wood. I love him. I could not do it.
But so when award season starts, you don't watch the shows just to watch because they...
No, I watched it. I watched last season.
Well, now they're on season 2.
Miss me.
Golden Globe.
It would have to have done a whole hell of a lot.
2018. All right, so then... I think it was this one that was nominated, and I said I gotta watch it. I believe it was. Is that this year?
What's the other one you were talking about?
No, I wanted to talk about Get Out on the Golden Globes.
Oh yes. So I forgot we needed to talk about this.
Is it the 74th annual? Okay. So I was looking because remember, I don't know if we said it here, but I was like, I don't know how they determine what category. Oh, maybe with my other friend I was talking about the category which the film or show goes into. And what they said is that, I looked it up and I have it on my phone, is that the studio or the publicist submits it with the category.
Right.
So, in my opinion, the studio has always set up Get Out to lose. Because when they advertised it, it looked like a bad Wayans brother movie, in my opinion. It looked like it was supposed to be funny. I was laughing. I was like, this is the dumbest shit. Like, is it a Wayans brother movie? But when I saw it, I was like, oh, this was a really good movie. So I guess the studio is basically trying to set them up in this way.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. Yeah, they're saying that that's who submitted it into the comedy category.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess then Jordan Peele has no sway or no say in it, because he put on Twitter, he said, Get Out is a documentary. So not only did Black Twitter gasp, but obviously he was not aware that this was how they were going to be submitting it either. And they submitted The Martian, but The Martian was fucking ridiculous. And yes, it was comical because this shit couldn't happen.
I just think that,
I don't see how the two...
And then what they said is that what happens is that the studio or the publicist submits it with the category that it wants it to be considered under. And then that it could be voted out of that category if the people who vote, once they submit their ballots and everything, by a 2/3 vote, that they say it should be a drama or it's in the wrong category, then it could be switched.
Okay.
So
I just don't see.
I don't know. So does that change the opinion? Because now you know that it's not that the Golden Globe Academy looked at it and say, "Oh, this shit is funny. It's a joke. Let's put it there." That the studio who paid for this movie to be produced,
right,
or the publicist that works for the studio that paid for this movie to be produced, said this is a comedy.
Does it change that it's a wrong category?
Well, not that it's a wrong category, but I guess the backlash and the way people felt about it being put in that category.
I don't think it changes the way people feel about it, because it if you saw it and saw it with a, how can I put this, and non-racist eye, you didn't laugh. You didn't find any part of that movie comical. So then that makes me ask, did the people doing these submissions actually watch it? Maybe like you, they just saw the trailer and said, oh, we know where this goes.
But you know who's doing, but that's the thing. I guess we are back up. The people who are doing the submission is the studio. So when they make the film, I'm assuming, and the way that they marketed the movie early on is that maybe in their opinion it was a comedy, or maybe the way not Keenan and Kel.
Jordan.
Kel and what
Jordan
is
Peele.
But what is it?
The other one wasn't in on. Oh, Key and Peele.
Key and Peele. So maybe that he pitched it as a comedy and they greenlit it as a comedy and then they just went through with it. But I don't know. Because it's still the studio's decision on how it would be entered.
I still would like to know who was the head honcho. You know what I mean? That had that final say. Like, did they sit around a boardroom and vote on it? Like, how we going to do? You know, they vote on everyone and say, okay, how we submitting this one? Get Out, comedy. Who's with me? Or was it just one, you know, the one head of the studio that goes down the list and says, oh, Get Out, comedy. This Is Us, drama. You know what I mean? Like, is there one person, or does it have to be a committee?
That the whole studio gets together and say, let's vote on how to submit
how these different things, right?
The things. But my thing would be, wouldn't that be predetermined before that season come? Because like for music, if you're going to make an album and they're opening up a budget, and they would know what type of genre it is. So is it R&B? And then when they put it out, they would put it out as an R&B album, and it would be, so then once it goes into that category, it's already submitted under those things. Do you think is, because that's the way I would see, and clearly my whole thing is that I don't know if Key and Peele,
we just did we just said it.
I don't know if he pitched it. I'm about to say, I don't know if he pitched it as a comedy,
right.
But that movie was clearly marketed as a comedy. And maybe because it was him making it, they just thought he was going to make a comedy. Who knows? Maybe he walked in there and say, hey, I got this movie idea, open up a budget. And they like, all right, here, take a couple of mil. And then he turned that shit in, and they just thought it was a comedy. They like, oh, right. It got to be a comedy.
Right.
He a funny guy. And then later discover, like, he tricked us. He didn't do comedy. I guess that was the whole thing, because I wanted to know how did they decide it and what was the criteria, and then I read on the criteria to be they like it got to be a certain amount of minutes of this and that. I mean, they get all the way down, but ultimately it's the studio. That's what I was saying, like, why is everybody mad? And then wouldn't they be mad at the studio? And wouldn't he also, I don't know.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, I guess, how the people then vote.
Mm-hmm. Because now,
as you said, like, the people now have to vote on it. And, God, I wish we knew somebody famous so we could see that ballot. Because I want to see, like, does it say, you know, Get Out? Like, does it have the 5 category, you know, the 5 nominees for comedy? And then where do you get to change it? Like, this should be another one. I'm so intrigued.
I'm about to tell you, because I read it. I read up on it because I was like, yeah, I was really interested in that. Please read the category rules before submission. I read that. That what they do is, let me see if this was the one. Okay, here it goes. Original song, original score. Nobody cares about original score. Got to keep telling them.
So she's doing her Google search now, people. We're trying to find.
I got the rules up. I got the publicists and studios and may contact individual. Oh, they can't contact them to tell them to do it.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I should have highlighted the what's the name? The nominees. It's like and the number the accounting form will use the points. No, that's not it.
Well, we'll find it in.
But basically, I was about to say, I guess we could post it up there, but I believe it's something that they would have to. So it's 2 voting pools. That part I do know. Is that they're going to send out the initial ballots, and then at that time, the first pool can say, okay, this should be a drama. And as long as 2/3 of the votes say it should be a drama, it will be moved over to that category.
Okay.
So maybe now they'll correct that and say, you know what, we don't really think that should have been in that category.
Right. And
change it.
And they didn't announce, or maybe I missed it. Did they announce what was nominated for Best Picture?
I thought it was. Let me see what the categories is.
Because I'm just wondering, like, was this as I said on one of our commenters asked on Instagram, they mentioned about The Martian, and I said that there was the rumor that the studio did this to give Get Out more of a chance of winning. I thought something like that too. Not being in Best Picture, being there as a comedy, it has a better chance of winning. So my question would be, comedy or can it be nominated for overall Best Picture, or does that take it out of the running? No, there is no overall Best Picture. It's either drama or comedy and musical. Okay. They're not it's not like the Oscars where it's like, okay, we got this Best Animated, so you can also be nominated for Best Picture, but if you win animated, it's not an overall thing. Okay. Yeah, but I was reading it and I was saying submitting a note. The studio or publicist, which I knew that happened because I remember they said that that's why Oprah didn't win the Oscar for Color Purple. Right. That they wouldn't promote that. Apparently you go on all of these little tours, you do all of this stuff to try to get them. Yeah. Well, I'll be interested. I'm assuming we'll know. I'll be interested to see how everybody's going to vote. If they're going to vote to change it. Yeah. Because, I mean, if those are the only categories, comedy, music, drama, or musical. Oh, okay. May change any award entry by a vote of 2/3 or more of the members voting. Only members who have seen a motion picture or television will be eligible to vote. That seems like that makes sense. Oh, here we go. So when the studio or publicist submitting a motion picture or television program initially determines the award categories for which it's into. When the award, and they even determine who gets leading and supporting actor, they submit all of that and do all of that. When the award entry period is completed, FHPA members review all entries to determine whether the initial entries were made in the appropriate award category. So it's the FHPA members. If the HFPA membership voting by written ballot may change any award entry by a vote of 2/3 or more. Okay. So basically, once they get it and they see all of the things, they would have to sit down and say, look, we don't agree that this should be, and then they have to vote. And if they change it, then they'll submit it. That's when Ernest and Young and all of them, they submit the ballots. So we'll see. And I guess this is Golden Globes are Hollywood Foreign Press, so it's not just like SAG members or whatever. Like you could be. It goes outside of just actors, Hollywood realm, Hollywood Foreign Press. So, okay. I thought that it was interesting also that they would pick who would be, when they submit it, who's the lead actor versus who's the supporting actor, because that could also go into certain people winning versus certain people being nominated, because I thought that there was like some method to it, like, okay, well, they're mostly featured. And no, you could just say, okay, this year we want, what's the name to be hot? More than likely, they're going to put
Sterling K. Brown up for a lead because he's hot. He won the Emmys.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I
always like the Golden Globes just because of the mix. It's always, Hollywood TV, and it's so casual and fun. Mm-hmm. So they've always been one of my favorite award shows. So it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out, how they vote.
So I guess then my whole question was with that is that I guess my husband bought me gray knee-highs, but whatever.
That's not a question.
That wasn't my question. My question was, then who should we really be mad at?
Right. Studio, always. We hate them.
But the studio funded the project.
Thinking it was a comedy. Oh, he'll break a few. He'll break a few million. Oh, he gonna be the next Medea Boo 3.
Oh my God. If Medea... Whatever. Let's get out of here because you don't.
We getting delusional.
That Medea Boo drives me fucking nuts.
I know we're TV addict, but we like movies too. Don't forget.
I want to see Justice League. Did you go see Thor?
Yeah, it was definitely my favorite Thor. It wasn't my favorite Marvel movie.
Well, I'm a Avenger girl.
I was not a fan of Thor 1. Oh, hated it with a vengeance. Thor 2, much better. And I think this one was my favorite.
That's what I was telling my friend. I was like, the Thor and the whole Avengers and all that. I say Thor is more of a boring, not as fun or whatever, but you need to know where he came from, who Loki was and everything. Yeah. I say, but it's not like Iron Man. Right. Hulk was maybe on that level with Thor. Yeah. Where there's a lot of facts and all of this other shit.
Of us getting all these Marvel movies, I'm glad they've, at least so far, we know how movie studios go. They have not decided to give us another Hulk movie. I just don't think we need it. Hulk doesn't. He had 2 mediocre movies. Granted, we didn't have Mark Ruffalo. And then they changed them. I was about to say. But still, I'm all good for Hulk just making appearances in every other Marvel movie. We don't need to get a mediocre one with Mark Ruffalo. I love Mark Ruffalo. I don't want mediocre.
What about Scarlett the Black Widow? Would you like to see a movie with
her? I actually would. With a backstory. I think that would be an interesting one. But I don't think they're going to do one with just a female at the lead. No.
Well, we had Wonder Woman this year, so.
Yeah, but DC, that was the first fumble DC ain't had in a long time.
Oh, it was bad. A lot of people liked Wonder Woman.
No, I'm saying that was the first one that they didn't fumble.
Like, you didn't like Suicide Squad? No.
That just dropped like a rock, people, didn't it? You like Suicide Squad?
Love fucking Suicide Squad.
Love is very strong.
Love. I will go home right now and watch it.
Turn the mics off. Turn the TV off. I'm not going to say hate, but no, was not what I expected in the least. No. I was not. No. Wonder Woman is the first DC non-fumble in a long time. I said it, and I meant it.
I can't believe you didn't like Suicide. Yo, let me tell you, and my daughter, if she was here, she would tell you, we will literally just be sitting around and like, yo, let's watch Suicide Squad again. I love Suicide Squad.
But you like Marvel and Humans, so we can't trust you.
Oh, I do, and it's good. You never watched it though.
I watched the first 2 episodes,
but it was one episode. So I guess that's the thing is that everybody but now, and you are a big internet girl, and what the opinions are on the internet and Twitter.
People are too bigging it up now.
Yes, and people have said that. I think that it got a bad rap because of that 2-hour-long movie that they showed and IMAX and everything. It is good. It is. I watch Inhumans. That's good.
I'm side-eyeing the microphone.
But you got to give it another chance. You got to watch after.
When it takes a break. Stop. When it takes a break, maybe I'll binge it.
I'm going to get you out of that. You cannot form an opinion and then decide after one show, which you just can't.
Yeah, and then you can.
But then you don't do it with because when and your girl, what is this girl name? Yvette
Nicole Brown on
and she said, listen, what's wrong with the mayor? Let us know so we could try to fix this and work this out.
Yeah.
the first episode of The Mayor was bad. It wasn't as bad.
Right.
It was bad.
Yeah.
The second was bad. The third was bad. But you were willing to give it all of those chances to see how it goes. And like even now, I would probably check in. Well, I check in with you every week to say, did it get better? Because I'm willing to check it out again. But it was just bad. But you will sit there and say like, oh, I saw one episode. It's a really bad show. You can't form a decision. I would say you would have to at least watch a season.
Half a season. I ain't committing to a season.
I was about to say before you can really do, because that's like if you listen to an album, right? If you only listen to one song, you can't say an album's bad because you haven't heard the full project.
Right.
A TV show, some shows, because some are you can watch it anytime.
Right.
You would have to commit to watching it and seeing this in its entirety to say, okay, this is bad. It's a bad idea. It's bad actors. It's bad stories. But if you watch one, you can't say that the show was bad forever. You just can't. And I just can't believe you don't like Suicide Squad. I just really love Suicide Squad. And when they say, and Will Smith, they were getting on him and he like, well, I'm allowed one fumble or one every. I'm like, wait, what was the movie he fumbled?
You like, what's the fumble?
Yeah! I said around like, what was the movie you fumbled?
You like 7 pounds?
Yes! Or the other one he had about love. Because I'm like, this shit a hit.
It was
love.
Smacked out the park.
But they're making a 2, right?
For Suicide Squad?
I believe they are.
Oh.
Only one that I didn't like was the guy underground.
Let's be real. We know studios, if it makes money, everybody ain't got to love it for enough people to go see it. Because if it makes its money back in opening weekend, what do I care if everybody goes to see it the first weekend and fucking hates it? I'll put out the second one and then Michael Bay is still making Transformers strictly on that.
I was about to say the only one I hate was that animal or whatever that was under the suit.
Oh no, they ain't making no second one. It's a plot is unknown. Mm-hmm. Suicide Squad 2.
I think they are going to make a Suicide Squad.
I need confirmation.
2. I do think they are, but
okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. We got Black Adam. Black Adam.
Who Black Adam?
Well, now I might have to go see this shit. The Rock gonna be playing Black Adam in Suicide Squad 2.
See, now you want to go see it. I bet you will love it. That should be the worst movie ever. And she'll be like, no, it was.
Wait a minute.
Yes, I love it.
No, we still ain't got no love for the fucking Tooth Fairy. You can ride out with that shit. The Rock, the Tooth Fairy. No, we still.
I never heard of it.
We reject that shit.
No, when the people you like, they do something really, really bad like that, you just act like it never happened.
It never happened.
No. Like, what was that?
It never.
He's on what's this cartoon my daughter watch? And they be like, how do you say you're welcome? I'm just your ordinary demigod. You're welcome, and it's in Hawaii. It's a cartoon. Yes. Every day she watches this shit, and he's in it.
God, I can't.
And I didn't think that was. I didn't think he did a good job. But yeah, I love Suicide Squad.
It's animated. You can't. Maybe the people didn't draw him right. Maybe that's what you don't like.
No, fucking Lion King. You know that shit was good. You know Lion King was good. Frozen
I can't wait
was
for the
good.
Live one. Oh, I ain't never seen Frozen.
Oh my god, Frozen was good.
Girl, I got enough of that fucking song. I don't never need to see it in life.
I love Frozen, but Suicide Squad. I'm gonna
let
go
it
home
go.
And watch
Suicide Squad. Let it go.
I'm watching that shit
now.
tonight.
I'll acknowledge Suicide Squad too. I ain't acknowledging Suicide Squad.
So because he gonna be in it. So what's the name out?
It just says Black Adam. Yeah, it doesn't have him. It has the guy
and
who
the Joker girlfriend. What is her name?
Margot Robbie.
But what was her name on the movie?
Harley Quinn.
Oh my god, her and the Joker was crazy as fuck. Now I didn't like Skinny Joker.
I was just about to say that was the other thing. I didn't like Jared Leto's Joker.
But you know what the thing I think of that is that ever since Heath Ledger is his name, right? No. What was his name?
That's Jared. Oh, you mean when Heath Ledger played the Joker back in the day?
The Dark Knight.
Batman. Okay. Yes.
Ever since he did it,
the bar is so high.
It just gotta stop because he, no pun intended, killed that part. And every time I say I don't know if I'm giving this guy a fair shot or not. When I think of Joker, I think of that.
Well, I think that's something, and it just for me it didn't work. I'll say for me. In Suicide Squad, I think they tried to not get that comparison, by making the Joker so
like
sweaty and metallic, and the grill and the shiny
gold.
He was the antithesis of what everything the Joker was in The Dark Knight. To try to not get that comparison,
but you can't.
But because he's playing a Joker, you're gonna get it no matter what.
I just was like, that's not him.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, wait, that's not the Joker. But oh my gosh, she did such a great job. She was crazy as shit.
Actors weren't good, but
this movie was just.
Yeah, I did like Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn was very good.
She did, yeah.
That. Yes, she was very good as Harley Quinn. And I liked their Deathstroke. Was it Deadshot? Was it no?
That was Will Smith.
No, the other one. Who was the other guy in there? They had balls.
They did what?
Balls. I can't think of who the other guy was. I can't find him in here. I can't remember because it was 5 of them, right? It was Margot Robbie. It was Deadshot.
Mm-hmm.
And who was the other 3?
It was Joker one was from the sewer that I didn't like.
Right.
It was the guy Diablo, the fire.
Right. And then there was one more, right?
Who was the other one? Was that the keeper?
Jai Court Captain Boom. Is that his name, Captain?
Well, one died right, like close to the beginning because he tries to run away.
I don't know if that's him or not. Anyway, I'll be here for Black Adam. Black ass Adam in some tight clothes. Yes. Count me in. Take my $17 now for the IMAX because I need it in full.
IMAX costs $17 now?
Well, not if you're going to matinee like I do, but
shit.
I'm going to see it Justice League in the IMAX $11.69 something. And now they tax you. That's why I got the damn Stubbs card because I got $5 off, so it's only going to be $7.
That's what I got too. The Stubbs card. We went to this movie theater up here. It was horrible. But Thor was funny. I like that they had that aspect in it. All right, so we're gonna get out of here. We done got off. We were supposed to leave 20 minutes ago, and we just kept saying, "Oh, okay, look at
one
this."
One more thing.
All right, so episodes available every Tuesday on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and YouTube, and we're on Twitter. We're on Twitter. I'm at JMO About.
I'm at Notorious FPG.
I was thinking about Instagram. We're on Instagram at The Life of a TV Addict. Fat Pretty Girl keeps that popping. And
we try.
The email, I think, is The Life of a TV Addict 2017 at gmail.com. Make sure you hit our donation button whenever I remember to put it out. But it's PayPal.me/Life of a TV Addict. If it ain't life, then add the. But send us some money. All right, so we gonna get up out of here.
#StayAddicted.
See y'all next week.